Okay, hello everyone. I know this is a bit a bit early, but you know, this is what streaming is supposed to be about. Being all excited to play something. So I went ahead and bought Stellaris' new DLC Overlord last Thursday, and I spent pretty much the entire weekend I wasn't streaming playing it. So I've ended up with a fairly interesting scenario in my game, but we're not here to talk about that today. We are here to do a brand new game. Okay, my headphones are still cutting out, so I have an absolute ton of custom empires. So let me actually just go through and select a few of these that I actually know that I definitely want to generate into the game. Let's do the 001 matrix as well. And you know what, let's do all of these except for this one. The free Pelx Cradonian ones are the ones that I did last time, or the ones that I created myself. What else do I want? Technocratic dictatorship, yeah, let's do that one as well. And yeah, so we are playing as the Adix galactic hierarchy. So we are part of an imperial fiefdom. So we basically were uplifted to the stars by an empire that is now essentially controlling us. They are our feudal lord, for lack of a better term. We ourselves are a feudal society, and we also have a nationalistic zeal. We are also authoritarian and fanatic militarists. We are repugnant, traditional, sedentary, intelligent, and conformist. So this is, I believe, still true. So we are going to be a Scalarium, is the right word? Yes, it is. We are going to be a Scalarium, so having intelligent and we get an extra 10% research is going to be amazing for us. So let's go for let's go for a large system. 21 AI empires, and let's do okay, we can't do 4 to 7. Okay, so we'll do yeah, let's do 3 to 6 advanced AI starts, and we can randomize them. So a random amount of AI empires will have advanced starts. Fallen empires, I think we'll leave at 3. Marauder empires will leave at 2. Tech and tradition cost will leave at 0.75. Habitable worlds at 0.75. Primitive civilizations, let's bump that up a notch. Crisis strength is only a measly 1.25%. Crisis itself, it's going to be random. So I'm thinking, actually, because of where I got, we were pretty deep into federations and vassalization and everything by, like, I don't think the game's even at 2350. So maybe turn it down a bit. And I apologize, I hope the music and everything is still coming through, because the desktop audio is still showing things, but it's just honestly not. My headphones keep on cutting out for a reason I'm not sure on. So difficulty, let's go up to Commodore again. So the AI gets moderate bonuses to economy, research, and naval capacity. Scaling difficulty is on. AI aggressiveness is normal. Hyperlane density, yes. Guaranteed habitable worlds is off. Caravaneers and Xeno compatibility are both on. And then the logistics growth ceiling and growth required scaling are pretty interesting. Let's actually... Okay, that's only 0.5, a 0.5 increase. let's put that down to there, and let's try actually, because I've been playing on 1.5 logistic growth ceiling and 0.25 growth required scaling. So what's the lowest we can put this down to? 0. Okay, that's probably a bit low. Let's go to... So logistic growth ceiling controls how large the pop growth bonuses are when planets are in the middle of their logistic curve. The higher this is, the faster populations will grow. Growth required scaling controls how much growth is required for each pop in the empire. The higher it is, the slower pops will grow. So lowering this has significant performance and balance implications, and decreasing logistic growth ceiling. Okay, well, maybe we'll leave that at the 2.5 then. Or 0.25 I should say. So anyway, let's play. Let's play. Okay, I'm going to quickly just tweak something on my avatar because I'm not... Let's have a look at that. Yeah, okay, that looks better. So we'll do that. So, Imperial Fiefdom. So this means anywhere between 1 and 4 other vassals could be under our ruler, and we have 4. So there we go. That is our starting position. So we have an Alpine world here. Unfortunately, we are we evolved on an arid world, so that is pretty much the opposite. But it is potentially a good choke point, so if we rush over here, we can quickly do a bit of that. But before we do, let's just wait and get... There we go, 1 day to pass. So this looks like, yep, this is our ruler, for lack of a better term. So they are xenophile, militaristic, and materialist. So welcome, dear newfound allies. We felt it was only right to contact you now that you have chosen to partake in our alliance. So we can say you didn't give us much choice. Was there something you wanted to talk about? Or we are proud to be part of your alliance. We'll just say, was there something you wanted to talk about? And after careful consideration, we have decided to invest a significant amount of resources into helping you specialise your empire. Well, we will go indeed for a scholarium. So we've started converting to that. I'm not 100% sure if that's actually going to specifically say how long it's going to take, but either way we need to get our research started. And as per the norm for me, I tend to go for the ones that give us increased research from the get-go. Let's do that and get our science ships. So we have one that is our own, so we'll survey there. Get it to survey these 3 systems, and then this one, which is the one that we've gotten from our overlords, we will send down and explore random systems. So one thing I did like when we had the Nemesis DLC, yes it was the Nemesis DLC, was that suddenly we don't actually have the option to start learning where everyone is. So we've got a new heir, established embassy, and so we can already see some science ships heading out everywhere. So we will need to have a look at where everyone is going. Sorry, give me 1 second. My headphones are completely disconnected. I cannot hear a thing on this at the moment now. Just try and reset that. Game, are you going to play nicely? Okay, no, it doesn't look like it, unfortunately. So I'll just have to suffer without it. Just have to suffer without it. Are there any more embassy requests? I was going to say, so we all seem to be xenophilic in some way, but no, you are not. You are not. You are the little chevron-esque one. So obviously we have no idea on any of their details because we are just a vassal rather than the overlord. Really do like this design though. I really do like that design. Okay, so let me just go down here quickly. We can see if this is, as it looks like, a similar choke point. If that is the case, then, well, we'll just see how things go. What do we have here? Another arid world. Oh, an arid world, rather. So we definitely want to keep that one. We are definitely going to want to keep that one. Okay, we've got the Cybrex precursors. That could be good. That could be good because we finish that. And then we get the Cybrex Warforge, I believe it's called. Which also means that we can trade 10,000 minerals for 5,000 alloys, which is always going to be a massive boon. So I think we will go for expansion as our first tech tree. Get that one out because we are going to want some kind of options. Okay, so we'll set our policy on first contact to cautious, just because. Okay, yeah, that is pretty much as much of a choke point as you'll really be able to get. Oh, and yes, also we want to probably build all of our mining stations. There we go, we have finished converting to the Stellaris specialisations, so that takes about 9 months. On the looks of it. Research agreement. And everything is honestly looking pretty okay for a start. We've not got any immediate neighbours, aside from obviously our Overlord. I can specifically see... Oi, get out of here. This is not going to be your territory. This is not going to be your territory. Get out of here. Commercial pact. Fine. Okay, so we do have one available job, so this is probably the best time to try and get rid of those sprawling slums and give us that extra population. Oh, and we've got a research agreement. You are apparently overwhelming. Kingdom of the Hanfelia. Oh, right, you are just one of our fellow overlords' vassals. I was trying to figure out who on earth would have actually had us. Okay, is that a choke point up here as well? Because if so, then we've got obviously this one as a choke point, this one as a choke point. Leave that be for now.
Incoming transmission.
More trade, commercial pact agreements. Come on. This will agree to that, and we will obviously agree to that as well. And then we want... Yeah, we'll go with this one first because we do know that there is a habitable planet nearby. So we'll just be able to go and get that one.
System
we bump up the speed a little bit. Okay, that system has been fully surveyed. Then once those mining stations are built, we'll build a outpost there. That looks like an interesting end. Or choke point end to the system. Let's have a look. Let's just to see what we've got. Oh, we've got a gateway there as well. Ooh, that is going to be interesting. So unfortunately, this does not look like it's going to be a good choke point at all. We're going to have to try and defend on two sides for that. Rather unfortunately.
Our science ship
At first contact with Gimel.
Oh,
That wasn't good. That wasn't good. We just lost our tier 3 scientists that we got from our Overlord. Oops. Oops. Okay, so news of alien ships humming through the ether has reached Suramo Prime, in many ways ending the first chapter in the book of the Adept Galactic Hierarchy's bid for a stellar empire. Yes, unfortunately we did lose. Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. We never would have been able to do anything there, so we will mark that system as do not go here. Under any circumstances, do not go here. Okay, so we've got work and employment, and we have a lack of amenities. What we are also lacking is a fair amount of minerals to be able to build all of these things, so we'll just have to wait for that to naturally build up. We will get population growth speed up as well, and we definitely need a new science ship after what just happened. We definitely need a new science ship. Whoops. That was not what I was wanting to happen. Thankfully, what else we can do is we can get a new recruit. So we have someone who is resilient, someone who's carefree, or someone's got expertise in computing. We'll go for carefree. When we have enough unity, we'll grab them, because that is always nice to have, at least early on. Okay, tick over to the next month. Almost. Okay, come on, one more bit then.
Construction
there we go.
complete.
Recruit and done. So yes, we do not have, or that planet is not habitable for us, unfortunately. However, it does mean that we will be able to get a choke point down. And speaking of that, we need to come over here and grab this system. It's an arid world size 11, unfortunately. By comparison, our home world is size 19. But we need to come over here and build a city district. Actually, is that a good choice? No, because we've got plenty of housing. It's the amenities that we are going to need. So what we need for that instead is a couple, or a hollow theatre rather. So we need a hollow theatre. Construction is complete. Yes. And we'll probably want to follow that up with an industrial district when we have the minerals back in our possession. Hello there, Blue Cornflower. How are you doing today? Hope things have been going well. And yeah, I decided that we're gonna shelve Stardew Valley for a little bit, and instead we are going to do some more Stellaris, because oh my goodness, I was just having so much fun on my private game. I just needed to start streaming it again. Oh, okay, so that's a good thing we actually grabbed that system there, because everyone is starting, from the looks of it, to start lobbing out and grabbing areas themselves. Yeah, can I ask you just a quick favour, Blue Cornflower? Can you actually hear the game okay? Can you actually hear the game okay? Because if you can, I can stop worrying about it. And you're doing fine, did a lot of tidying. Also filed down a chipped glass jar using a diamond file. Is that just... You can hear the game, but it's a bit quiet. Okay, yeah. So I don't know what it is, but my headset has decided it's not going to work. So let me just put that up and just let me know how it is, because honestly, I cannot hear a thing. The Tamagotchi friend, the white ball creature, is angry. Yeah, it needs food. It needs feeding. Volume is fine now. Okay, that's good. Yeah, thank you. Okay, apparently the command thing works on both of those. Okay, but yeah, nice to know that. So anyway, we are back here. So I was saying in the preamble, we are, or the start that we have is one of the new ones that was introduced with Overlord, which is Imperial Fiefdom. So we start as the vassal of an AI empire, and we gain the option to choose a specialist empire vassal type at the start of the game. So we have chosen to be a scholarium, which means we get a bonus to our physics, society and engineering research. So if I bring this up, and apparently there is a moth flying around the room. Gosh, I cannot remember exactly where it is. Not demographics, it's not a visor. Okay, I cannot remember where it is, but there is something. Contacts. Is it that? And we are the... Okay, I found this in my previous game. I have... Oh wait, agreements. There it is. Okay, so this is the new tab that was added in for the game. If you pay bits to feed the Tamagotchi, do the bits go to you? It's an 80-20 split, 80% to me, 20% to the developers, which I believe is the standard one. So for instance, if you paid 25 bits to feed the dragon, then 20 bits would come to me and 5 bits would go to the developers, which I think is a good, reasonable split between that. I can quickly just check. I can have a look at the extensions thing quickly. So my extension, let's see. Yep, there we go. All should be good. So there we go, that is copied directly from the extension thing. But yeah, there you go, just to confirm with you. But obviously you can get a couple of free things per day. But anyway, I need to probably go back to what I was talking about here. So this is basically our Overlord and the ones involved in the system. So the Kingdom of the Hanfalia is this one here. The Prince Electorate of the Thamesians, oh my god, that is a mouthful, is this one here. The Vatnaka Palatinate is this one here. The Sutherian League is this one here. And then the Edex or Edix Galactic Hierarchy is us. So we can see here that the other 4 are just standard vassals while we are a Scholarium. So what does that mean for us? So we get plus 20% monthly scientific research and plus 1 research alternatives. However, it does mean our naval capacity, military ship is down 30%, and our ship build cost and upkeep are plus 30%. And then we have a bunch of all of these things which are nice and fancy, all the way up to level 3, where we get plus 40% monthly scientific research, but our naval capacity is halved and our military ship build cost and upkeep is plus 50%. So this is very, very much one where you can not necessarily rush a tech victory, but you can very much stay under
Anomaly found.
your liege lord for well, I've seen it twice. It's about 50 years for the Empire to kind of start cracking apart when the leader dies. Obviously, depending on if they have any traits relating to that. The civics, feudal society, yeah, okay, it doesn't... I don't think... Let me just see... Oh, lithoid and scintillating skin. So there's no bonuses or negatives for their long lifespan.
System survey complete.
No bonuses or negatives for lifespan. Full stop, I should say. So we want to survey that system and probably create another choke point there. And then we want to come over here and build starbase lacking 45. And that one is not completely surveyed. Of course not. So we want to go and survey that, and then we can come back here and move to that section. So I have reduced the size of... Oh my goodness. Okay. I swear I've got a new mouse. I swear I've got a new mouse. It's just the scroll wheel is a little bit more delicate than I am used to.
Situation log
So
updated.
unfortunately we are still slightly getting the random zoom in, zoom out things. I don't necessarily. I was hoping to avoid. Oh yeah, we can kind of see the battle for all the territory that's starting up. Yeah, but if we can take these couple
Anomaly
of
found.
sections, then hopefully we'll be able to block out anyone from coming across here. And obviously when the Liege Lord breaks apart, we should hopefully... Ooh, nice, rare crystal.
Scientific
We should
breakthrough
hopefully have a good
achieved.
defensive base to start from. So let me just have a look. So Off-World Trading Company. Yeah, honestly, I want to just go for pop growth speed so then we can build a absolute ton of research centres. And then we can get all of that ready. So we'll build another industrial district so we can get our consumer goods up, because that is...
System survey
That
complete.
is a little worrisome. So what's this? Abnormal sensor readings. Picked up some curious readings from Way Guvis to B. Where is that then?
Situation log
Oh, right.
updated.
Right there. Okay, so this is one of the events that happens when you are a Scalarium underneath. Obviously a Liege Lord. We can build a star base outpost. And we can obviously come back here so we can research the project. So this will get us a good chunk. I think it's 2,000 of either the Physics Society or Engineering research.
Anomaly found.
Okay, we'll leave that be for now. And this is not the Nemesis campaign, but we may be seeing some of the Nemesis work. This is a brand new DLC. This one is called Overlord. So let me just get the Steam page up and I can just quickly copy paste in the description, because this one was only released on Thursday. Yeah, no problem. So that is just the basic quick description. So just as a summary, so there's new vassalization mechanics. We'll be able to see those as we go on, which means both when you are a vassal yourself, there are actually more things that you can go through and negotiate. It's not going to be an instance where you get eaten up by a big empire and suddenly that's it, game over, because they've integrated you. You will actually have more options and a bit more warning. And in the other sense, this also means that you have contracts and such that you can negotiate with other people. So you can't just like order vassalization and such. You have to try and balance things out and be a bit more negotiable in the contract. There are a couple more enclaves and such. There's 5 new origins, so the Imperial Fiefdom is the one we are doing. Slingshot to the Stars, so you have a random ruined remains of a quantum catapult. Subterranean, which basically is you are, well, space dwarves. Teachers of the Shroud, which means you start with some psionic abilities. And Progenitor Hive, which is an extension of the hive mind origin. I say extension, but they are 2 different things. But the Progenitor Hive means that your colonies have a bit more independence than on the regular hive mind. So new research, so orbital rings, hyper relays, quantum catapults, and such. So yeah, that is what we are playing with. That is what we are playing with. So in my couple of test runs, it seems to be about 50
System
years
survey
before
complete.
the leader of whatever empire you're under dies, and then kind of
Scientific
like the Great
breakthrough
Khans,
achieved.
everything kind of splinters apart. Can I tell you more about the quantum catapult? Not too much, because I haven't actually seen it myself. So I just can only say what the page description has. So quantum catapults enable new ways to react quicker in the galaxy while projecting your might, but it's a daring one-way trip for your fleet. So I'm presuming based on that. So say we had a quantum catapult that was here, for instance. Then we could fling ourselves... Then we can fling ourselves like over here if we necessarily wanted to. But because it's only a one-way trip, we wouldn't be able to get back that way unless, I presume, there was a quantum catapult on this end that could fling us back. Yeah, hello Toxicite. I know you said words, but I didn't understand anything. I need pretty colours and pictures. Also, hello. A bit like a wormhole creator, yeah, blue cauliflower. A bit like that. And there's also hyper relays, but I never actually got far enough to work on those ones yet. Okay, so we got some research done. So let's go for planetary build speed. Yes, we have some nice bright purple, bright pink purple for you, Toxicite. When is that industrial district going to be ready? Okay, soon, thankfully. It can only catapult away but not back. Yes, yes. So I'm presuming one of the options for it is, say, if you had a crisis empire like halfway across the galaxy, which I did have in my personal game, then I could slingshot all of my military fleets over there to try and attack rather than going the slow route, but they would have a long time to get back. So here we go, we got an engineering cache which gives us 2,000 engineering research, which obviously means we get a bonus from our stored research. That will be a little bit quicker. Okay, is that one completely... Yes, that one is completely surveyed. So we need you to start coming over here. And then you... Let's see, where can we go? Where can we go? Probably just over here, honestly. Guess it would be good at ending the crisis if there's a core mothership to kill. Yes. So, so my personal game, one of the other species in the galaxy took the become the crisis option. So that meant that, unfortunately, I was kind of like about here, and then the crisis empire was down here, and I just kept on seeing the AI throwing their fleets at the big crisis Borg cube thing, and it was just kind of, okay, I can't get down there because the empire next to me has closed their borders, and I cannot get down there to help them out. It was painful to watch, so bloody painful. So we've obviously got our science ship heading up here. Almost finished this tech tree. There we go. That is now finished. And we do have a couple of new ascension perks. So we've got Lord of War. So we now have Mercenary Enclave Capacity +1, Diplomatic Weight from Fleet Power +25%, and Mercenary Enclaves under our patronage pay more frequent dividends. You assume there are events similar to the Mongols? Yes, there are. There's the gosh, I cannot remember what they're called, but yes, essentially we do have the Space Mongols, and there are events where the leader dies and they can fracture, which is quite fun. So Lord of War is brand new. Mercenary Enclave Company, that capacity, that works the same way as mercenary groups that you can create in Crusader Kings 2 or 3. And then we have, where is it? Shared Destiny has now gotten a buff. So previously it would give you just an additional couple of envoys, but now your subjects do not suffer monthly loyalty penalties from you having multiple subjects, which, if you want to go down the route of having vassals, is massive. Okay, we don't want to go for Lord of War, we want to go for technological ascendancy. And also what we want to do is colonize this. Oh no, we can't. We are lacking 146 consumer goods. Maraud Empires, that's the name. So actually, while we're doing this, just buy a few consumer goods a month, and that will hopefully get us back up, seeing as we are earning 58 energy credits a month. Yep, so that's all ticked in, that's fine. Oh, and there's actually another. Oh my goodness. Oh no, no, no. Oh! That's annoying. Well, that's annoying. Who are you here then? Oh, you're only a... Aww. Okay, I think those are mining drones. I think we'll be able to take them. But that is a size 19 Gaia world. We need that. We need that. Habitability plus 10%. Food from jobs plus 20%. Max agricultural districts plus 4%. Titanic life. Society research from jobs plus 25%. Wenkwart Gardens. Gotta be careful how I pronounce that. Bureaucratic output plus 20% and researcher output plus 10%. The ecology to this world show some signs of having been designed, filling some arcane and romantic ideal. Oh my goodness, we need that. We need that. So badly. Okay, we still need 21 influence. So what we do want is to do a first contact protocol. So show first contact, put in an envoy for that one, and similarly, that was the wrong tab. We want to do this because obviously these are ones that we've just seen are mining droids, but we still probably want to research them. Oh, good. Thankfully, our sight ship decided to get out of there without... No, they weren't actually damaged. That's good to see. They weren't actually damaged, but oh my goodness, we need that Gaia world. We need that Gaia world. Goodness. Okay, yeah, I think we are going to... Oh my goodness, we are... That is so zoomed in. That's so zoomed in, that was ridiculous. And I've just realised, yeah, our fleet is only worth 121 fleet power. Whoops. This probably isn't going to do too well, especially as I forgot to put in a admiral as well. Whoops. Uh-oh. Yeah, so we're attacking their shields. Yep. Unfortunately, we're not doing enough damage, but their shields are growing back. And that is probably going to take a while. So why don't we just at the moment do... We don't want 20. So reinforce all, and we'll create a small fleet there. And I do mean small. This is just basically going to be an endless battle. This is just going to basically be an endless battle because we're attacking their shields, but not good enough because they keep on going back, as we can see. They're attacking our armor, but our armor keeps growing back as well. We can see that here. That's just going to be a great big stalemate. That is going to be just a great big stalemate. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna claim that system and I'm gonna reinforce it,
Scientific
and
breakthrough
hopefully that means no one will be able to come in and snag that Gaia world from underneath us. Gene clinic, yes, we will do that one as well. Basically try and boosting up our population as much as we can, get as many research stations in as we can, which, speaking of, probably want to grab another one of those just so we've got some more jobs. And first contact event pending. Although their dwellings on habitat stations which suggest an advanced society. Envoy Clandrax is unsure whether we are indeed dealing with an intelligent life form. They seem to have a language, but our linguists are still working on deciphering it. So that is the ones we found up here, which is, well, let me just hover over that. So that is 14, 17, 21,000 fleet power. 21,000 fleet power.
Construction complete.
Picked up some curious readings.
Situation log
Your
updated.
Prim, so that's this one here. We can send that one to research projects in the system. And oh my goodness, okay, we have actually got just another trick point system here, so we can survey all of these and claim all of these for ourselves, which will be very, very nice indeed. And yeah, that battle's still going on. That battle is still going on. Oh jeez. So the good news is, with this being 21,000 fleet power there, it means that, you know, anyone that wants to try and come through that way is going to have to go through that fleet power. So what can we get next? So the habitability, free building slot, resettlement cost, diplomacy, discovery. Yeah, we'll go for discovery as our second one, because we will have, so we've got map the stars, which is an edict, so let's actually go over there and we can do that. So that means that we will just hover over it. Survey speed plus 25%, anomaly discovery chance plus 10%, and ship hyperlane detection range plus 1.
Complete.
So with the fact that we also have both of our site ships have people that have the carefree trait, means that will be 45% anomaly research speed. And there we go, we get 2,000 physics research from that. So unfortunately we can't go anywhere over there. So what I think I want to do, yes, I'll get to you in a second, thank you. I'm missing a load of the cues because I'm not actually, I don't actually have the game sound coming through for whatever reason. Thank you for feeding the dragon. Thank you for feeding the dragon, Toxicite. Should be all nice and happy now. Okay, so what do I want here? I think, yeah, we'll go for the basic strike craft just to start off. And yeah, that is just a parody of a battle. That is just a parody of a battle, I'm sorry. So we go from 59 monthly research to 102 just from building that second research lab. So is that completely populated now? Yes, it is. 4 researchers. So unfortunately, that looks like it has taken someone from the industrial district, but we will deal with that.
Scientific
The
breakthrough
new population will be
achieved.
created in 13 months. And then obviously the research speed plus 5% as well. Oh, I gotta go with the automatic surveying, because once we clear this area out, we can just send our site ships out and they will just survey across the entire system. So we've got 1.2k minerals. Let's upgrade this starport and get a bit of a head start on things. And I think, even though we claimed this system, I think I'm going to leave it and just upgrade the one at Saramol, because unless we get some major invasions, we should just be able to send everyone through from there.
System survey complete.
First contact. So they are. This is a civilization known as the Gulk-Furky Wildings. They occupy a large number of space stations in and around the Te Dialara system that house the bulk of their massive numbers. They seem to have developed a strong martial culture. Life in the cold void has become second nature to them. There is no Gulk-Furky central government to speak of. Here you go, Toxicite. This is what you were asking. They are divided into several different factions that fight endlessly with one another for resources and respect. Given their large population and the shipbuilding capacity of their stations, this constant infighting is the only thing keeping them from growing into a significant threat to galactic peace. Yes, there you go. So normally I turn off the Marauder Empires because I just find them an absolute pain to deal with. They are just annoying, if I'm being honest. But like I said, considering they're up there, it means that anyone that tries to approach from that direction is going to have to get through 21,000 fleet power to get to us. And hello there, I am not a bot. How are you doing today?
An alien empire.
Hey, we have finished the first contact procedure. Like, more Dwamax. What do you want, foolish Dwamak? What happened to make your face look like that? Reactor accident? Vacuum exposure? Look at you. Like, perhaps you know other Dwamax. Perhaps you want them to be Dwamax stew. This could be arranged. Gulk-Furky not above fighting for Dwamax against other Dwamax if price is right. So they will come through and demand tribute, essentially, from you. Like, food, minerals, or energy credits. So they will come through and demand stuff off of you. So, and I have learned most of the time to actually stay there. Okay. Discovered a new life form. So it appears to be fully automated mechanical drones. Yes, we're aware of that. We're in a ridiculous little battle that neither of us can win. We're in a ridiculous little battle that none of us can actually win. Okay, so that is actually fully reinforced. Or as reinforced as it's going to get, so we'll send that one over. And while we are here, let's actually get ourselves an admiral. So do we want adaptable or eager? I think I will go for adaptable. Okay, and we have our factions. So we got the martial supremacy and the loyal citizenry group. Let's just see how happy they are with us. And obviously one other change. Instead of giving us influence, we now get unity from each of these groups. So they are happy that we are under autocratic rule, imperial or dictatorial authority, a stratified society, be it through a stratified economy, slavery, or even purging. However, we need to exert or extend our influence to dominate subject nations, and being a subject of a foreign overlord will displease them. Well, I'm sorry, we're going to have to be here for a while. So conquest will please you, positioning ourselves as the rival of at least one empire will please them, and imperial hegemony, installing ourselves as the overlord of one or more foreign powers will please the martial supremacy alliance. So thankfully, because it gives you unity instead, I kind of actually ignore it more than when it used to give you influence. I kind of ignore it more because it kind of just gives you such a tiny little bit of unity. Oh, and apparently we've had some jobs change around because our physics research has gone back down to the 90s. So as before, let's get some more consumer goods through. And hopefully we'll be able to have this fleet come in. There we go. And this one will actually be able to finish this battle off. Oh, just in time, as this one is actually starting to be a bit worse for wear.
System survey complete.
Is that a salute or a worried face? I'm not a bot. I'm not 100% sure.
System
Oh, it's
survey
just meant to be a
complete.
blank face. Why is this not... Okay, is this bugged or something? Oh no, wait, there we go. Okay. Oh, I'm still not going to be able to get through the shielding. Yeah, okay, we're going to need some harder hitting... We're going to need some harder hitting weapons then, I think. I think if we disengage... So those will all turn up at Suramo at some random point. So 2210. 2210. So yeah, in about 7 months. So... Oh. Okay, is that a genuine lose the glasses? I'm not, but I'm going to presume it is. Oh goodness, you're going to make me play a strategy game with no glasses. Oh goodness, okay. Right, so Toxicite asks if I can peer in and see. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, so Toxicite, how exactly do you gauge your progress? Like how in CK you go from count to king and such. So essentially it is measured by... Let me just go over to the situation log. So I have set this so we have an end date. So on January 1st, 2600. And it says the unidentified empire will win the game. So it says unidentified because we don't know who it is. But usually it is one of the fallen empires if you have them around. So we can see that our Overlord is in 4th place and we ourselves are 28th. So, and we can see obviously the score breakdown here. And honestly, gauging progression is pretty much a matter of how much of the galaxy do you control directly or indirectly, what your influence in the galactic community is, and where you are on the victory score screen, basically, where you are there. We've completed that one. And let me just have a look. More like civilization in a way. Yeah, it is. I would say the only thing is that there's a bit of a lack of variables to actually win the game. I would have really liked to see some kind of different options in the vein of galactic civilizations, because I haven't checked out like Galactic Civilizations 3 that much, so I think they may even have Galactic Civilizations 4 out now. But I do know that they had a technological ascendancy win. So basically you just go so far up the tech tree you ascend to a higher plane of existence. You have a culture victory where I think is like 60% of the galaxy is influenced by your culture. And obviously military victory and some other ones. I would have been really nice to have some of those, but honestly, I don't think I've even gotten to the end game yet, or much anyway. So I haven't gotten too much to there. Oh goodness. Okay, let's go for the Corvette build cost and Corvette build speed. We might as well get that out while we have research bonuses. I'm not a bot. Did you see what I sent you in DMs? Yes, I did. I just haven't been sure how to really respond to it in a way that doesn't seem patronizing or condescending, if you understand that. But I will say just briefly, I do understand where you're coming from in regards to that. I just haven't had a good way to consider how to respond. Okay, so we've met with the Upsilon, rather, Vanago. And oh my goodness, okay, basically a load of people, so that might be, yes, down here. So we can try and investigate. So this is going to be like the artisan troop or the shroud people, I believe. Oh, and there's apparently one of them here as well. Obviously we know who these are. Those are the alien vessels. That's going to be a while. That's going to be a while. Okay, what research do we want here? Probably the one that unlocks a bunch of unity for us, and basic combat roles.
System
And new tradition
survey
available.
complete.
Yes, we do want that one. And we've reached tier 2 of the Scalarium. And also, we've detected what appears to be a naturally occurring subspace phenomenon known as a wormhole. So that is up here, contains an unexplored natural wormhole, and I'm just going to get rid of all these. That flashing is a little bit annoying. First contact. Drones appear to be the workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation.
An alien
Okay, so we
empire
can
wishes to communicate.
issue a special research. There we go. Drone study finishes in 34 months. But hopefully that means we'll actually be able to take or do a bit more damage to them. So how long do I plan on going for? Well, at least 2 hours, depending. Maybe closer to 3 if I get really into it. So probably speaking of that, I think it'll be an idea to actually bump up the speed just so we get this starting bit out of the way. Okay, neither sight nor sound of the Upsilon aliens. Probably because we were relying on our Overlord science ship and that has moved away.
System
We'll focus on this
survey
one here and
complete.
just see what is around. And then we want you to survey all of those. Be good. Bumping up the speed, yeah. So I've not noticed a difference myself, but I do know a fair few people have commented that
Anomaly
speed
found.
2, like the one just below this that we were on, is kind of like speed 1 is faster than it used to be, but not as fast as speed 2, whereas speed 2 seems to be a bit too fast. But honestly, we are under the protection of our Overlord, so we shouldn't honestly have too much coming in with us anyway. So we'll actually merge these two fleets together. There we go. So that has 11. Okay, we're just going to need to quickly adjust that because it is going to be over our fleet capacity because it is so ridiculously small. So strange. Wish Crusader Kings had that issue. Yeah. Yeah, that is
System survey complete.
definitely one of those things where it almost feels like Crusader Kings 2 or Crusader Kings 2/3, I suppose, has a bit of an issue where it kind of feels like too much happens and then also sometimes too little happens at the same time. I'm Robot asking, is this game fun?
Found.
Well, I hope so, considering I've been playing it for about over 200-ish hours. Obviously, it's not for everyone because, as you can see, it is quite a bit of just looking and staring at maps for a while. Oh, we've discovered a new archaeological dig site. So surely we should have known that. That's got a couple of other science ships there, and we've completely surveyed that. So intercepted belongs to a previously unknown spacefaring civilization. That is the one there, so that will be interesting to see who that is. Okay, and we can also see the warlords over here. I have a little bit of territory down in this section. Okay, so you're finished surveying in that. So we do have anomaly research speed, so you know what? We will just send you all the way along this. We won't do that one because that is a level 7 option. And Nothing along there. That's a level 8. Research that and that one. Honestly, I know I probably should have done it a different way around, but yeah, that's going to be fine. Enjoy your map painting. Back to work I go. Okay, yep, no problem. Hopefully I'm still around when you are able to pop back in. So the Julian Alliance. Oh, you are interesting. You look like a necroid species. You look like a necroid species. So you are a xenophile and a fanatic materialist. So we will say your kind will not threaten our empress because we are cautious about it all. So where are you? Okay, you are over here. Cannot obviously see much about you, but we do know. Okay, so you are a fungoid, so not quite necroid. Ingenious conservationist. There we go, that's better. And solitary. And their starting diplomatic stance is belligerent. So attempt to bully weaker empires into submission. That could be an interesting one, but we have basically our overlord between us and them. So if it's going to attack anyone, it's going to attack our overlord first. Okay, so we do still have this. We've got a lack of minerals. So we can obviously see here planet production and then planet deficit. So we can see exactly how much it's producing and how much it's taking up. So when you get a few different planets, this doesn't overly matter as much because essentially it's like one planet may be, for instance, a major industrial district, one may be agricultural area. So most things balance out. The main thing I tend to worry about is whether all of these numbers are positive or not. That's the main thing I worry about. So we've got a lump sum of unity. And let's go for, yeah, naval capacity from soldier jobs and defense army damage. Research subsidy, so research station output increased by 20%. Coinix, that is my backup account. That one is just chilling out. It's keeping an eye on
scientific
the screen.
breakthrough achieved.
Okay, so we do have this one, asteroid impact. Let's go and colonize, seeing as we do have more than enough. Consumer goes, why do I keep on blanking on that name? Why do I keep on blanking on that name? Oh well, I should have waited for that one before starting up the colonization. Can I actually cancel that? Actually, that was not what I wanted. Cancel. Yes, I can. Okay, and that does refund us. Okay, so I can wait for that to finish. So we've intercepted a distress call. We've got a special project has been issued.
Situation log
So we'll need to
updated.
have a quick look where that one is. Derelict ship. Okay, that is just straight up there, so we need one science ship in orbit. Well, we have a science ship in orbit. So most of the time this does
Special
not pan out.
project complete.
Okay. Oh. Oh, okay, that was not exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. The crew of the ship has been found dead. What is more disturbing is they appear to have been killed by some highly advanced brain parasites. Thanks to Science Officer Samox's findings, we were able to protect our own crew from being infected. Lovely. Lovely. So anyway, we were coming down here to research that. And of course, now that our research anomalies has been interrupted, I could probably actually do a better pathing. So come down there and then To there. There and there, and then we'll be able to go back to the home world and park the ship there so that we can on. Interesting. I was going to say, do we not have a first contact? But yes, we do. Okay, so this is going to take a while because every 30 days you have a chance to get a breakthrough based on the difficulty, the skill bonus, and how many insights you have. So we can see here that that's just gone up from 10% to 20%. However, most other things not overly going to do much. There's quite a lot of things in that system over there, so that is a gateway, so we're going to need to repair that before we can do anything with it. A drone study finishes in 11 months. Okay, active scans of Canopus 1 have picked up what appears to be a large ship deep inside the atmosphere. So bring it up, whatever it is, or the effort is too great. Let's bring it up.
Log
That
updated.
requires a construction ship? No. No, just a science ship. There's one of these that requires a construction ship. I know that. When was the last time you did a Rubik's Cube? Absolutely ages ago. And when I say absolutely ages ago, I'm talking like decades. I wouldn't necessarily say they were all the rage when I was young, but they are...
System survey
It's one of those things that I knew about as a kid, but there wasn't really anything that exciting about it, for lack of a better word. So, the Council of... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Hello, Executive Committee Erudite Explorers. So once again, a xenophile and a fanatic materialist. And the Crusader Alliance. Same again, xenophile and fanatic materialist. Okay, are you guys like all... are you guys like all in the same thing? Are you like another... Let's have a look. Okay, we actually don't know the origin. My goodness, you look scary. How old am I again? Way too old. Way too old. So these three are all the same. Actually, what I'm going to do, because you look like you've got a bit of extra territory. Yeah, what on earth? Yeah, I have no idea what start that would actually be. There's one that's not the Imperial fiefdom that we are. There's one where you start as one of 3 people in a federation. I sound like I'm 26. Very, very specific aging on my voice. I'm a little bit older than that. I will say I'm a little bit older than that. A first contact protocol has been ended with them
Anomaly
because we've...
found.
Yeah.
Special
So
project
we'll probably get you to come
complete.
along and do these... researching these anomalies. Oh, in a masterful display of engineering, the team under Science Officer Samux has managed to gently raise the derelict ship. Despite its age, the ancient cruiser is in remarkably good condition and we restored power to its systems. No trace of the original crew remains, but we have brought over our own and commissioned the ship into the fleet. So there we go, Cruiser NRE Salvage Derelict class. Oh my goodness, that is going to be the backbone. That is going to be the backbone of our things. If you want to know how well that is compared to ours. So yeah, we've got level 1 pretty much in everything. This has second highest shields, second highest Durasteel armor, second highest X-ray laser, medium plasma accelerator, got advanced combat computer. Oh my goodness, that is worth 4 fleet power on its own. So you know what I'm going to do? Well, 1, 2, and do that. Then we'll disband this fleet, and then we will send this one over here so that it can link up. Your head hurts. You didn't sleep at all today. Oof. Can you not lay down for a bit of a nap at the moment or something? Or is it hurting too much to even be able to manage that? Cannot be 2 anomalies in the same system, can it? No, okay, that's just a bit of a...
Anomaly found.
Oh, come on. Yeah, like I said, I did get a new mouse, but the scroll wheel was a little bit more sensitive than I'm used to. I've turned the sensitivity all the way down and it's not actually done anything. So anyway, we've completed the mining drone research, so we can say easy prey, and that gets us plus 33% damage to ancient mining drones. Or we can say fascinating automata, and that gets us plus 10% mining station mineral output. I always choose the mineral output one because honestly, plus 33% damage against mining drones, you're not really going to come across them that often. Maybe you could fall asleep to your voice. Yeah, that is what I was kind of thinking. That is kind of what I was thinking. Because obviously, it is potentially a decent option to just have something nice and calm and soothing in the background. So, oh, we cannot merge these. Boo. So anyway, we'll set the Divisilo fleet. We'll set that one to keep point, and then we can do unyielding, aggressive, or eager. I think we will do aggressive, and then we can send it here, and then hopefully will that one... No, okay, it won't actually. Okay, so that won't actually do anything. So what we want to do instead is to grab both of them and send them both on the way. I'm still a bit miffed that we actually managed to lose our site ship with a level 3 scientist from our Overlord. Speaking of, you are expanding a good amount. Okay, so we've just finished another research. Add plus 3 physics research to the planet. And then let's have a look. Oh, we got some society research. Yeah, let's do the eco simulation because our food is a little bit low. Though obviously, once again, we do have a free job slot available, though this one is specialist. So unfortunately we can't upgrade any of these buildings. So do we have... No, we don't have the colony development speed done. Oh, I'm sorry buddy, you're probably just gonna have to wait for a job opening. Okay, what's that around there? Savannah World, size 13. Oh, okay. And we've got this one in battle, and yes, that is finally actually doing some damage. Obviously, we can see here the shields are pretty much disappearing. Got the armor. There we go. That is a lot more efficient. There we go. So we'll now be able to actually come over here, complete the surveying of the system, and land on this beautiful, beautiful Gaia world. Beautiful, beautiful Gaia world. There we go. So where is my ship? We want to survey system and research projects because we are going to get some debris off of that.
Anomaly found.
So select those and just send them back to the home station. So an anomaly, let's leave that be. More traditions available. Research alternatives increased by 1. Yes, let's do that.
Anomaly found.
And that is really difficult for an anomaly. I don't quite know where that one pinged up from, because I can't see a high level one like I would be expecting for that. Yeah, I think we need to come down here as well, survey that one. So you have finished your surveillance. Okay, well let's research all the anomalies in these systems and see what we get out of them. And then... yeah, then I think we'll just see where we are. We've obviously got a construction ship here that we can move over. And like I said, this is pretty much going to be our territory no matter what, simply because we have the Marauder empires. Okay, bunch of society and physics research collected. Okay, right, that would be why. So actually we will, yeah, set your home base to there, and then we will set your home base. Yep, that's already been set. That is good. And there we go, colony development speed plus 50%. So what do we want from here? I think we probably want to upgrade to the blue laser. Colonize. There we go, and that will now develop 50% faster. Obviously, there could have been an option where if we had just stayed colonizing or aiming for colonization where we had, it would have been set up by now, but oh well. So society research from researchers. Yes. And we have the correct build cost and speed. There we go, just finished.
Achieved.
Unfortunately, we're not getting lucky enough to get the second level of increased engineering research from researchers. Could go for army damage. But we've basically got 3 options here which are going to increase our mineral output. You can also unlock a nebula refinery. I don't think we have a nebula within our... do we? The pulsar? No, I don't think we have a nebula within our system at all, do we? It'd be the one that would be like all fancy and glowy and such. How cute can I make my voice? Oh goodness. Well, I'll probably have to try and emulate Coco from Neo, The World Ends With You. But that just feels a bit embarrassing to do. It feels a little bit embarrassing to do. Okay, so we have finished the research, or analysing the debris. So mining drone lasers, gravitic sensors, regenerative whole tissue plus 10%, and then a bit of physics, society and engineering research. Yeah, I could emulate someone, but I'm not 100% sure I really want to try and do that. Oh, thank you for feeding the dragon. Hopefully we're going to keep on leveling up with that at some point. Okay, so that was fully surveyed. Yep. Let's build the starbase there. And we've got more than enough influence to get the next one when that is surveyed. Was that meant to be a bribe? Oh goodness. Gosh, what am I gonna do? The thing is, I think half the problem is also I'm thinking of like trying to emulate her character as well. Oh gosh, I really don't know what to do. Okay, someone has misplaced an encryption key, so we can say curses, lose 2 encryption, or a politician on our capital is fired and demoted, and we also lose 250 energy credits. I think we'll just say curses and deal with the fallout. I think we'll just say curses and deal with the fallout. Just checking here. Okay, yep, we've got 2 unemployed specialists. We need some amenities and we need some housing. So we'll build up a city district for that just to get a few things through. And apparently you are looking to potentially expand out here. So the fact that you've not grabbed that one is
System
making me a little
survey
bit
complete.
anxious. Like, what is potentially in there? We actually will cancel building that mining station and we'll head straight over here. And we've discovered a new archaeological dig site. We will do that in a minute. It would help you sleep. I am not doing it for 2 hours. I am not doing it for 2 hours or however long it will be. Okay, but we do want to colonize this as well. Being a nice Gaia world, we have 100% habitability. Alright, okay, I'll try and think and I'll try not to blush too much. Like, oh,
The conquest of a
MG,
new
just look at
world
that, a
has begun.
Gaia world. How fantastic is that gonna be? Oh lord, I can't believe I just did that. Okay, broken remains of 2 Cybex warforms have been discovered.
Situation log
It's going to be
updated.
good news for us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't even 10 seconds, but... So yeah, I haven't obviously put the archives up because I've been so behind on everything. But in my playthrough of Neo The World Ends With You, I did do, or try and do, like the voice type of some of the characters. So that one was imitating Coco, who is a very cute little Reaper. And then also did a couple of other characters as well. Not 100% sure I did them that accurately or that well, but I did at least try. Okay, Scalarium sensor abnormality. Picked up some readings, possibly indicating signs presence of
Situation log
life.
updated. Construction complete.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to move you over there. Because if you're not taking it, then I'm going to grab it. If you're not taking it, I am going to grab it myself. Just as a warning. So let's just have the science ship loaded up. There it is. Okay, that's where that one was. Okay, so we do still have unemployed pops and they're still complaining about no amenities. Well, the thing is, I just gave you a job. So which one of these will actually give us 3 jobs? Unfortunately, I don't think... Commercial zone is a bit... Yeah, commercial zone is a bit blah to really be putting on as a sector here, especially seeing as we already have one. Administrative office. You know what? We'll just go... We'll just keep going through with the
Special
research labs.
project complete.
So after studying the wreckage of the 2 Cybex warforms, most likely destroyed while fighting each other. So we gained 3 minor artifacts, 1 Cybex artifact, and 517 physics research. That one was that surveying system up there. And we can come over here, research on those ones. Look. Okay, I did control click, not shift click. Shift click is the one that means that you are able to
Scientific
multiple
breakthrough
options.
achieved.
Make some science blue lasers. Mining drone laser is not that great from what I recall. So listing post, yes, that will be useful because that will give us a bit of an early warning sign. And as before, engineering has just 2 months left, so we'll just pause and wait for that to be completed. Okay, 1 month remaining.
Scientific
And
breakthrough
done.
achieved.
So what do we have here then? Corvette hull points, coil gun, mining station output. Yeah, let's go for the coil gun because I don't think, once again, is that impressive in terms of like damage output.
System
Oh,
survey
there we go. We've
complete.
completely finished researching that one. So sorry, we're grabbing that one from yeah. Grabbing that one from yeah. And then we'll probably want to move up here and survey that. Ooh. The planet Balawar 7 is the home of a marvel of nature. Giant colourful explosions appear in the sky, a result of the chemical composition of the atmosphere reacting to the sun's gamma rays. Students and senior scientists alike are spreading this find like wildfire. It has generated quite the spark of interest for the scientific field amongst our people. So inspired science recruits modifier added for 10 years, giving plus 20% survey speed and plus 20% anomaly research speed. Wow, okay. So we essentially now have 65% anomaly research speed. We are going to get through those so quickly. We are going to get through those so quickly. So I did also notice that one of our scientists here is an archaeologist, so we may want to switch him out and get another science ship in. Simply because that is going to help us with a couple of the archaeology sites we have. So there's one there. Was that actually all that we found? Oh no, there's one there and one there. Okay. Wow, look at that mess of systems. Wow.
We have established
that,
a new planetary
21 months remaining, I suppose. So there we go. New colony established. So obviously we start. I just love some of the atmosphere that the game gives. So we have a reassembled ship set shelter here. So the remnants of a colony ship reassembled for planet-side form and function. Obviously we have features. So we got a deep sinkhole and a quicksand basin. Neither of those we can actually remove. The
conquest of a new world has begun.
Hello. Visiting entry, welcome to Wenkwart. Whether this visit is your first or your 100th, we are glad to facilitate your appreciation of the gardens. On behalf of the Ordon caretakers and in accordance with Directive WAPP 715, I ask that you refrain from harsh intrusion onto the biota of planetary designate Wenkwart Artem. Failure to comply with our guidelines will diminish the survival odds of all concerned. So we can say, Directive what? Who are you? Nonsense, will develop our colony as we see fit, or how can we help? So we'll just query this. I am the automated custodian of the system designated Wenkwart 1. I represent the interests of the Ordon caretakers here and in other systems of the Auron Empire. My role is defined broadly as protector of and guide to all you see around you. Directive WAPP 717 curtails the industrialization of Akamor-class worlds such as designate Wenkwart Prime. Only you can prevent mass biome extinction. So we can say, how can we help? Splendid guidelines will be delivered to you imminently. In summary, Directive WAPP 715 allows for responsible, non-destructive use of the Wenkwart Gardens. Great importance is attached to preserving these worlds' existing character. However, we do not wish to stifle development within Imperial Beacon out of range. Requesting urgent monitored vision dispatch to coordinates 19C 14A05. Failed. Retrying. Failed. Retrying. Oh dear. So I do know that some of these Gaia worlds have specific names, which is very much a you do not dare touch this. I didn't think that one was one of the names that would have been impacted. I didn't think that was one of the names on the list. That could be a problem. Could be a tiny, tiny, tiny problem. So you are researching that. You're almost done, thankfully. almost done with that, thankfully. Let's have a look. And Cybex
Situation
Research
log
Station.
updated.
Let's have a look at that one. That is that one up there. I should have guessed. Oops, no, I don't want to turn on all of them. No, thank you. I don't want a massive flashing lights all across the galaxy. I do not want a massive flashing lights.
System
Not 100%
survey
sure why they
complete.
are still surveying up here, because I believe because there is at least 2 jumps between me and unclaimed space, they will not be able to actually, you know, claim it. So how are we doing on our espionage collection on you? Let's do a gather information, so we'll launch that. So superior, equivalent and equivalent, that is interesting. We don't have any information on you because obviously we're not really searching for you.
Special project
Okay,
complete.
archaeological project complete. So an analysis of the Cybex research module we found above Balawar 7A has revealed the machine consciousness was experimenting with cybernetic life forms. So once again, 1 minor artifact, 1 major Cybex artifact recovered, and 733 engineering research gained. Okay then, I am not a bot. I hope you have a good sleep and hope that everything is going to go okay. Right, okay, who have you designated as your rival then? Okay, there we go. If I hover over it, it says Unknown Federation. So yes, that is the Federation start. I did think it was. So the Federation start is kind of like the Imperial Fiefdom one, where you start as part of or start in the galaxy with knowing a few other species. However, with Imperial Fiefdom, as we are vassals under a liege lord, this one is supposedly equal. So the fact that kind of you have to go through Quivarian space from the Council of Unpronounceable and Urzuku Democratic Coalition to actually get anywhere else kind of makes me think it's not that equal. Just saying. Probably not that equal. Okay, so that's another Scholarium thing. I
Situation
don't
log
need more
updated.
Scholarium things. I'm trying to research things. I'm trying to research areas. Aye. Okay, speaking of, research complete. Coil guns. Crystal mines. We will go for crystal mines because we've got 2 here. And that obviously means the sooner we can actually grab that, the more we'll actually be building up. So you need a bit of food and some industrial things. You're going to complain because there's 1 specialist who is unemployed there. Similarly here, you're going to complain because there's 2 specialists unemployed. Okay, yeah, you know what? You're going to get another industrial district, and then Wenkwart, we are going to keep colonizing and keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so abandoned amusement park on that one. Not overly anything too interesting. What level are you? Level 4, and you are also level 4. Okay, so we do need to recruit. Oh my goodness, Spark of Genius, that is almost perfect. So then we'll swap you out for the Spark of Genius person, and then we will put in this one you, then you can go and... Okay, we can't actually excavate those sites, whoops. Oh well, you can kind of just stay there then. Let's go and survey these systems, see what's around. If there's anything fun and or interesting. And if this is another choke point here, that could be very
We
Very
have
good.
established a new
Hey,
planetary
Wink
base.
Prime has been established.
Scientific breakthrough
So we're obviously going to
achieved.
need some more amenities for that planet at some point. Society research. Plus 20% regenerative whole tissue. Yes, we want that one. So this one used to be really, really bad, but they've actually buffed it now. So it gives you daily whole regen plus 0.5% and daily armor regen plus 1%. I cannot remember what it used to be, but I do know that pretty much everyone has said that that is now so much better than before.
System survey complete.
And another
Situation
special
log
Scholarium
updated.
research point. You are admittedly only superior. There we go, Common Ground, that's the name of it. Start as a member of a Galactic Union Federation with 2 additional members. This civilization established early contact with their immediate alien neighbours. Finding strength in their differences, they soon decided to face the future and whatever it may bring together.
Construction complete.
So we now know about them.
System survey
Oh,
complete.
sorry about that. A little bit of a yawn. So Savannah World is only 60%. I didn't think it was that low for us. Maybe it is and I'm just misremembering. We've got
Situation
organic
log
remains.
updated.
Research projects in the system. We'll just queue that up.
Initiating tactical.
And okay, some more aliens over there. We'll move our construction ship.
Scientific breakthrough
Oh,
achieved.
hello. Tronsaru Continuance, Ancient Caretakers. Right. Biological civilization detected. Initiate custodial protocol 46 subroutine Alpha 8. Message follows. Greetings, organic sapients. You are approaching Tronsaru Continuance territory. This system serves as a refuge for sapient organics against the error data block corrupted threat. For refugee status applications proceed to central processing. All sapient organic species are welcomed on basis of availability and need. Notice, hostile actions against refugees or custodian systems will be met with maximum available force deployment. So obviously they are... This is one of the fallen empires, so we basically, no matter what we say, they are completely indifferent, so we'll just choose the middle option as per the norm. So what I will do... Oh, no, we don't want to explore, we want to be surveying these systems. Hopefully they just own this one here. So let's send an available envoy and see how we get on with that. So a bit more engineering research, and we are up to 144 research per day. So the native life of Wentworth Prime is built on an epic scale. The question now in the minds of our researchers is, what is their secret and can we benefit from it? Proposals to study the native life in greater detail are flooding in. So we can proceed with Titanic life study.
Situation log updated.
Yes. Yes, we will. Let's just minimize that one. There we go, finish in 24 months. So I'm going for this one because even if we have a negative outcome just because of we are interfering with the native life, I'm still going to go for it because Titanic Beasts as an army is going to be brilliant. Okay, we'll go for fusion reactor, seeing as we don't have the automatic survey speed once
Incoming
again.
transmission.
Oh, migration treaty. Okay, that's just with our overlord. That actually has tipped us over a tiny bit to actually knowing a bit more about them. So we can see where they are. So the Hanfalia actually came in and nabbed a little bit of territory. So that's this one here. So they actually managed to come in and nab this for whatever reason. We can't actually see anything that is there. So who knows? Who knows why that was?
Special project.
So what is that?
complete.
A tomb world there. And then there's some more minor artifacts. And that is that research complete. So we want to come down here, research anomalies. And then across there and across there and down here and probably back up here. So we want the project, not the anomaly, because even though you're level 4, that's still a level 7 anomaly. That's still going to be a bit too much for you to manage. Because they've actually changed it now so that these anomalies can fail, whereas before there were, or was the potential, well, not even the potential actually, you could send a level 1 scientist to go and research a level 8 anomaly and it would succeed without fail, despite what it was all telling you. I would really be interested in knowing what you are about. And I mean, we honestly, seeing as you are rivaling one of our fellow vassals who could, maybe we know of a good raiding target. Fleet not ready. Okay, so someone has obviously contracted you out and asked you to go and do that anyway. First contact protocol. So best viewed from afar. Dismissed at first as glorified asteroids, things quickly changed when it was discovered that these entities reacted aggressively to movement in space. And engineering research. Engineering research from researchers plus 20%. Once again, yes please. Once again, yes please, and we will get that up and running. So what are you complaining about? Basically, one specialist does not have a job. Okay, so nothing overly there that we can do. Unfortunately, the amenities situation is a bit of an issue. Speaking of that, actually... Oh no, research labs, we need a bunch of minerals, okay. So we have the Phi aliens now. I can't actually ask them anything at the moment. But hopefully someone else will be able to do the first contact protocol. Ah, okay, so that's where the Tronzaru are. Right, so they're down here. We've got the Alpha Refuge. So who on earth is here? They say we're asteroids. Or are they just... Oh. They're just amoeba. They're just amoeba. They'll be fine. There's nothing to really worry about from them. What is our empire size? That is fine. Empire population is 51. New tradition available. Faith in science. Research upkeep minus 20%. So that means we have another ascension perk we can take. However, do we have... No, not overly anything that I'm particularly curious about, so we will just leave that as an open slot for the time being. Pretty much tend to do that anyway. So, okay, we've got some specialists who obviously need some stuff. Ooh, Winkwork Custodian. Okay. So, bureaucrat output plus 40% and researcher output plus 20%. But artisan output minus 30%, miner and strategic research gatherer output minus 70%, and gas refiners minus 70%. Oof. So we definitely want this one to be miner and strategic resource and artisans. Okay, so basically that completely knocks out that one and that one, as much as it's going to be painful. Agriculture. Max agriculture options, however, so that could be a... Oh. Yeah, that is actually going to be a little bit annoying. Basically, that could be a really good bureaucrat centre and a research centre, and then honestly we don't worry about like anything like food or energy and we just do a bunch of things. Ooh, message in a bottle. We have found the wreckage of an archaic spaceship of unusual design. Instead of using propulsion similar to that of modern ships, this craft relied on large sails unfurled in the vacuum of space. Okay, so where is our... Okay, so that's that one, right. That is fine. And I think also, seeing as we're probably going to need one, I'm going to build another construction ship so we can send that one up here, because we need these archaeological sites. Oh my goodness, why am I having such trouble with words today? Anyway, you can do that. So that is... Can't actually tell. Construction ship ready. Build a sign. Build starbase. That's the word. That's the word. Why are you having such trouble with it today? Oh, and we got another one that's just popped up there. Okay.
Achieved.
What was that? We've got the Mu Tagan Merchant Guild. And unlock the fusion reactor as well. Okay. I guess we are still waiting for the automatic research thing. Hello there, Upasin. How are you doing today? Hope things are going well. Do a bit of a stretch. Yeah, hope things are well with you. And yeah, you can obviously see that I've jumped over back to Stellaris just before, like, pretty much 2 weeks before Crusader Kings 3 Fate of Iberia comes out. So we are going to have a long amount of strategy game streams for a good while. Yeah, you're doing fine. Good, glad to see you. Oh, I'm glad to hear from you, and I'm glad to hear that things are going well. So we do have a couple of interesting options here. So the mining drone laser, I think I'm honestly just going to leave, because that is really bad from what I understand. It's basically UV laser or the physics research. And I think honestly I'm going to go with the physics research so we can bump that up even more. So I think...
System survey complete.
Okay, yeah, let me just take a moment to calculate all of this. So we have a baseline world here. So food from jobs plus 20% and plus 4 to max agricultural districts. Titanic life will give plus 25% society research. Plus 10% from the Wenk Wart Garden, so that's 35. Plus 20% from this one, so that's plus 55 society research. And plus 30 on basically everything else. So when we get enough minerals, which we may actually need to go to the market, cancel this, and then we'll actually buy some buy minerals. Let's do that and just keep an eye for a month or two just to make sure that that's not going to skyrocket the price. Make sure that that is not going to skyrocket the price. That doesn't look like it, thankfully. It's going to take us a while, so I think actually I may go ahead and buy a few. We'll stop when it gets to there. 2 energy credits per crystal, minerals, that's the word. And then we will do ourselves a research lab
Special
here.
project complete.
Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Titanic life study success. After a period of research and study, the scientists on Wentworth Prime have managed to make a breakthrough and achieve limited communications with some of the Titans. While huge, slow, and difficult to talk to, the Titans are incredibly tough and strong. Some few have expressed a desire to join our military forces, where they will undoubtedly be an incredible asset. So let me just get that research lab set up, and then we can have a look here at armies. So our normal armies here, assault army will do between 1.5 and 3 damage, and also 1.5 to 3 morale damage. They themselves have 200 health and 200 morale, 100% collateral damage, and their upkeep is a base 1 energy credit per army. Titanic Beasts. Damage 4.5 to 9. Morale damage 9 to 18. Collateral damage 300%. Health 1000. Morale 600. Unfortunately, we can only field a few of these at a time, but, oh my goodness. So that is essentially 3 times the damage, 6 times the morale damage. So having that, and I was thinking that my other start in my personal game was good. This is almost better. This is almost better. So what does this one have? Minus 5% habitability, but plus 5% mining minerals from jobs, and max mining districts plus 2. Well, I know what we're going to do then. We're going to build ourselves a couple of mining districts here. And Suramo still needs some more amenities. Why is no one wanting a job here?
Complete.
Well, I mean, I pretty much know why. Oh, first contact event. Okay, so Amoeba Hunter. We can either get that one, so plus 33% damage to space amoeba, and plus 1000 energy credits for every space amoeba fleet destroyed, plus 22 influence. Or Fascinating Creatures. So we will find future first contact processes easier to accomplish. Or we could just do issue special project space amoeba study. I am once again going to do that rather than taking the increased damage, because the increased damage is just a minor thing in the grand scheme of things. Whereas getting some of the bonuses, like I believe the amoeba flagella give you plus 5% evasion. Okay, so this planet is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet. The monolith's flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. So we can image them for the archives and gain almost 1500 engineering, or we can make digital reproductions widely available in our empire. So one doesn't actually have a benefit to it, so let's actually go with that one. Okay, so we've got another faction, the Alien Freedom Society. And there we go. The annotated reproductions of the monolith imagery prove immensely popular. Many citizens state that the fantastical annals have completely changed how they feel about aliens. So 6 pops gains Xenophile. I'm pretty sure... Oh no, we're not Xenophile. No, we're not Xenophile, so that actually could be an interesting way for us to go. But either way, we've obviously got quite a few things around here. So alien vessels, 506. So if we were to send all of these, or both our fleets over to here, that would be 632. That should be more than enough to get there. And the Tomb World at 22, size 22 could be tempting. Okay, the measured pounding observed from orbit is the motion of immense and ancient geothermal extractors, so a bunch of energy credits and +3 engineering research. Oh, and apparently one of our planets has low stability. Why? Hey, apparently you are just not liking it because there's not enough high-level jobs for you. Fine. Fine, I'll find something for you to do. Here, you can have a stronghold. But here, you can have a stronghold. That'll keep you happy. And how are we doing here? Research labs will be ready in about 100 days. Okay. Caravaneers. Okay, that is fine. You will just be coming through and offering us random items at whenever.
Construction complete.
Research. Yep. All good. And then we want to come over here. We have... actually, no, we'll do Starbase there. And we will get another construction ship down because obviously we are also going to need an absolute ton of mining stations and research stations plunked down. So Redamon Tundra World, that is the opposite to what we have. Okay, so we'll build a starbase outpost there and another one there. Those are going to cost exactly the same because they are just one place out. Lendi 4. Where is that one? Ah, over here. Okay. So we are getting quite a few archaeological sites, which means that this scientist probably needs to start getting some work done. So excavate and excavate those two, and by the time they have probably started excavating the first one, we'll actually have the other 2, maybe even 3 archaeological sites ready. I don't quite know how you're not being attacked. Okay, you're just completely bugging out. Right, that's fine, I guess. That is fine, I guess. Okay, what is that construction ship doing that they are just sitting there, but they are done constructing? Okay, and there we go. There's our fleets. And send them through.
Special project.
Okay,
complete.
there we go. So we can say the flagella are fascinating, so 5% evasion. Or regenerative whole tissue. I think, weren't we already researching that? I'm pretty sure we'd already... it would have been under engineering, wouldn't it? Society? Oh no, it's right there. Oh my goodness, it's right there. No, we'll just say the flagella are fascinating. Because as nice as it would be to get a 50% bonus to that research, I don't think... That is an ominous name. Ascension's End. That is ominous. That is very, very ominous. Okay, we won't build a mining station there because we won't need it.
Scientific breakthrough
I can't quite
achieved.
figure out if the Marauder Empire has crept up more or if I'm just imagining it. I think I am just imagining it. Oh, hello there, Levi LeChance. Is it okay if I call you Levi? Thank you for popping in. How are you doing today? Hope things are going well with you. Okay, so what do we have here? Civilian fabricators, Starhold, Destroyer. I think I will unlock the Destroyer. Because once again, we want to try and get as much of this research under our belt as we possibly can in like the first 50-ish years. And there we go. should be the amoebas dealt with. And then, let's say wherever our science ship has gone, we can then come back and survey and research projects in the system. No, I didn't want to click on that. Get you to return to your systems. And just check where everyone else is. So you're building the starbase there. Good, that's done. Anything else that needs my immediate attention? You're almost finished building that station.
Construction complete.
Okay, good. So we can now actually start building all of the mining stations and such that we've been neglecting in these areas. We can go and gather them. And obviously we have other mining or construction ship down here, so we'll grab that. Build all of these as well. Mining stations and research stations. And I think we will stop there because this
Special project
will be able to come through and grab all of those items as well. Okay, Society Cache. Update from the ship we sent to Paragia. Second. Well, which one is that? I do not know which one is that. Either way, all across the signal beacon site were pieces of hull and other detritus which must have come from a larger starbase. Managed to find a seemingly vacant life pod with what looked like the remnants of an unknown alien life form. They will bring the sample back for further tests as soon as they can. 3,000 society research. Okay, that's not actually bad. Okay, that was that one there. The Scalarium sensor abnormality. Okay, that explains that. Yes, I know there's debris there. I've sent a side ship along. So apparently we have 5 aliens. Okay, we are already researching them. Hello there.
Special project
Timoshka. Potoshka. I sincerely apologise if that is incorrect. But welcome to the stream. May I call you Timo, or is there another name that you prefer? Oh, and we have another. This one is a physics cache. So 3,000 physics research. So we are not doing too badly on this one.
construction
Doing too badly at all. Okay, we are lacking 62 influence, so we will just come over here and grab that one. Is that a difficult question on what would you prefer to be called? I think probably a tough question would be more linguistically appropriate. Okay, so apparently, side ship, strange asteroid, we just get a minor artifact, that is fine. And anything else that's requiring my immediate attention? You are researching that, which is fine. And obviously you are excavating these sites, so we'll do that, and then unfortunately we'll have to send you all the way back over there. But we should get this at some point. That should help us out at least a little bit in terms of that. And then once we've gathered up all the mining and research stations here, we can then potentially start expanding down here. When you said at the university you wanted to be called the owner, they didn't understand you. So I think something like Tim would be more convenient for you. Okay, if you are okay with me calling you Tim, then I will do so. But yeah, thank you for popping into the stream and hope you are doing well today. And this is just another physics cache. I say another, that's still 3,000 stored research that we'll be able to have. It's still 3,000 stored research. Which, speaking of, how are we doing
System
on this?
survey
Seem to be doing okay. It's quite a cute emote there. Very cute emote. Yeah, that's one thing I do find nice about people popping into the streams. It means I get to see quite a few cute emotes from various different streamers around. Always nice to see them. Okay, we do actually have some more fleet capacity. We unfortunately still only have corvettes. We do have the destroyers being unlocked in about 13-ish months, but generally they are pretty lackluster, and everything I've seen tends to say, yeah, just skip those. Right, let me have a look. You once had access to 250 emojis. Oh my goodness. You must have been able to memorize the beginnings of those, because I cannot imagine trying to scroll through 256 different emojis to find the right ones that you wanted. But Apple Pay was blocked and you can no longer buy subscriptions. Ah. Right, yeah. Yeah, I can... Yeah. Very unfortunate. Okay, with all the options here, I think I'm going to go for the naval capacity. 30% is going to be decreased by... How much is that going to be decreased by? Okay, that's not going to say it there. Minus 40%. Okay, so that's probably only actually going to give us +9 to our naval capacity, but that will be better than nothing, to be honest. Yeah, and I can imagine how much of a pain it is to have all of the payments options blocked. The Gilprim Prime, you still got low stability. Okay, you are annoying. We'll declare martial law on you then. Scaring your friend with sound alerts of loud orgasm noises. Oh my... Wow, okay. Okay, I presume that's obviously like blurp sound effects or something similar, that your friend had that as an option. But still, I cannot imagine doing streams and then just suddenly having those kinds of noises in my ear. I really cannot imagine that. Okay, thankfully we just have one regular worker unemployed here, so hopefully doing the city district will keep them happy enough. As for here, once again, we have one free job available. We got a clerk job available, which if you took, we'd be able to get some amenities and you'd be able to stop complaining, but no, you have to stubbornly sit there and wait for a job. You think you had a clip somewhere? Oh, I don't doubt it. I do not doubt that. It's one of those things that you've got to keep for posterity's sake. It's one of those things you've got to keep. Okay, you are not building a starbase. We are still lacking some influence. Okay, so we did get 10% towards regenerative whole tissue. That was probably what just tipped us over to earning that.
Scientific breakthrough.
Let me just check. You are still on progress. Yep. An archaeological site in our empire has been fully excavated. Well, let's have a look at the research first. Planetary and starbase FTL inhibitors. Auxiliary fire control, cold fusion reactor. Oh, that is cold fusion reactor. Okay, so what do we have here? So the asteroid... Ooh. Okay, opening the vault has raised more questions than it is answered. Research option gained self-evolving logic. Okay, I need to go and look at that. Short nap from I'm Not a Bot. Yeah, that's no problem. Let me actually just have a look. So where would that one be? There we go, self-evolving logic. Ooh. You know what? Let's actually just finish that one off because it is going to be 1 month.
Scientific
There we go.
breakthrough achieved.
And that will give us more options. Unfortunately, still not the one I wanted. I'm really regretting. I am really regretting not taking the automated survey option when I had it available. Speaking of, you've actually finished surveying that, so we'll come down here to Ascension's End, which is very, very, like I said previously, very, very ominous. Almost makes me think, oh my goodness. Almost makes me think of a sector in one of the X Universe games, which I'd really like to actually stream, but it's going to take so much time. It's going to take so much time because it is such a huge, huge series. So we do have 2 extra soldier jobs. Ah, right, that would be why. That would be why. That would be why you're still complaining, because soldier jobs are regular worker jobs. Okay, anyway. So we have encountered another abandoned gateway, this time near Ascension's End. It appears to have been built entirely by microscopic nanites of an unknown design. Valid destination is an uncharted group of stars just beyond our galaxy that has been designated the L cluster. Oh dear.
Situation log updated.
Oh dear. Okay, so obviously seeing as that does not have the proper level of jobs, we will be changing that. We will be changing that out. Let's replace it with civilian industries, and hopefully we'll actually be able to remove the martial law thing. Hopefully we'll be able to remove that. Strategic resource, dark matter, of course, because it is a wormhole. Or black hole, rather. So we do have some rare crystals, and we've now got some dark matter, though we won't be able to excavate it. So we're receiving a transmission from the Blessed Panaxala Foundation. A spiritual seekers. So, xenophile and fanatical spiritualist. This is a lot better than my personal game. Oh my goodness. You are... Wow. You've got a lot of space. You've got a lot of space there, buddy. So anyway, I was saying, so in my personal game, this is going a lot better than that, because in my personal game, I was hemmed in by xenophobic empires, including a fanatical purifier to the north of me. Tim, sad. Only collection of her being scared of my screamers. Ah, no instance of her being completely confused with the orgasm sound effects. Then
breakthrough achieved.
City district in 70-ish days, and in civilian industries in about 180 days. So we now have destroyers, which we are going to completely pass over. City district housing +1 is probably a good idea. Probably a good idea considering how poorly we are doing. So I'm hoping that is a tundra world up there, so that is not going to be one that we want to go for. But hopefully we can push forwards to Adar here, get this system surveyed, claim it ourselves, and then we're in pretty half decent situation. I would say a half decent situation. So espionage, let's actually send someone over, because then we will be able to see. So you are xenophile, but you have closed borders to a bunch of different empires. Including us. Actually, including us. Interesting. There we go. You're not complaining about any more unemployment, so we can end martial law. And there's minor jobs, right. We're complaining about minor jobs. And this one we want to basically be an agricultural / research / administration planet.
Incoming transmission.
Being level 19. Okay, who is Etherean League? You're the ones that are down here, aren't you? No, you are not. No, you are not. Etherean League. Okay, I have no idea who you are or where you are, but sure, we'll do a agreement. Oh goodness. I'm really going to need to tweak my new mouse at this rate. So yes, as I was saying, we want this to be like an agricultural district.
Incoming transmission.
202. Yeah, where are you? Oh. Of course, I should have guessed that. I should have guessed that. You are one of our fellow vassals. Should have figured that one out. Okay, so you need to build a mining station when we actually have more
Construction complete. System survey
You are
complete.
continually going to complain that there are no jobs available for you. This one probably going to be an idea to... I keep on going to build things, but no, that's not going to be how it works. That's not going to be how it works. Or Alien Zoo, yes, because I think it's Wenkwart down here. So what type of vassal am I? We are using the brand new Imperial Fiefdom start. So we are a vassal to a higher empire, which is this one. And in terms of that, we are a Scholarium. So we are going to get a bonus to our technology research at the penalty of basically our military might being way down. So we can see here we get plus 30% to our monthly scientific research and plus 1 to our research alternatives. But unfortunately our naval capacity is reduced by 40% and the build cost and upkeep of our military ships is 40%. However, we did actually stumble upon a random derelict cruiser here that, well, let me just say, we're not going to be able to build anything like this for a good long while. We're not going to be able to build this. One thing with Scholarium, you can give them your scientists and demand a lot in return. Yes, I have both seen and experienced that myself. So, you know, maybe I want to be a little bit sweaty. Because obviously off a trade deal, do we have any leaders or any scientists who are not doing anything? Not at the moment. Mouse, behave. But what we can do, we can be very sweaty. We can recruit a random scientist. We can transfer. So who is that? Kirax. So we want to send you over Kirax. That gives us 198 trade acceptance. And let's see, what do we need? So resources, let's do minerals for a monthly cost for 30 years. And let's minus 20, and let's do consumer goods as well. Oh no, you're not going to go for monthly consumer goods. Apparently they're too valuable to you. But we can keep going. So we can get 52 monthly minerals for you for the price of one, for the low price of one scientist. There we go. Yeah, very sweaty. Very sweaty, so I'm only going to do that once or twice rather than completely breaking the game with it. And another anomalous readings. So where has that one come up? Right there. Pretty much. So we want research projects. Just making sure I'm clicking the right one, because obviously that is a level 8 anomaly for a level 4 scientist. And then calling in Paradox Interactive. They know. I'm pretty sure they know. There's been so many videos about it. I'm sure they know by now. So experimental subspace navigation, which is only for our science ships, but can unlock the
Special project complete.
oh goodness, I cannot think of the right word. The option that allows you to do like space travel jump drives, that's the word. Okay, engineering cache, and our scientist has gained the trait research speed computing plus 15%. You are still complaining. Oh my goodness. Well, what population do we need to upgrade this? 10. So, I mean, technically we could toss over a couple of people. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that actually. So we want to send over to Wentworth to Guild Prime. Send the unemployed populations over. Wait. Okay, apparently okay, I wasn't keeping an eye on that. So we have 4 of you. Habitat preference. That's a bit... habitability. Right, okay. Extremely adaptive. Rapid breeders, nomadic, but quarrelsome, and deviants. And the Gaia world preference. Lithoids and scintillating skin. They are both chattel slavery. Let's actually change that to... yeah, just change it to residency. So decent conditions, soldiers only. Let's actually allow colonization because... I mean, okay, you're a Gaia world preference. It's not going to be that much of a change. And then let's do the same here. So we'll just give you residency. And we will allow colonization with you. So that may pop up a couple of planets, or it may do absolutely nothing at all. However, that does mean, potentially, so we need 99 minerals to upgrade that, but we will go from 2 colonist jobs to 1 enforcer job, 2 politician jobs. So that will help us out at least a little bit in terms of all of this, basically. And yep, so we need 600. There we go. Upgrade. And then similarly here, we want probably... let me just have a look. Let's do... yeah, we'll do another research thing. Okay, I swear I am not touching the scroll wheel, but it is still doing a little bit of zooming in and out when it wants to do so.
System survey complete.
Okay, so that is research complete there. Let's just send you over on this direction then. Other than that, where are... okay, you can come down here and start assisting research for that one. That science ship is researching all of, or doing the archaeological sites. You are the one that I just sent over. You're the one that's doing the researching over there. And you are the one that's finished. Yep. Okay, so we'll start sending you up there. And then we obviously need to wait for a few more minerals once again. So, new tradition tree. Which one do we go for? Adaptability, diplomacy, domination, harmony, mercantile, prosperity, subterfuge, supremacy, or unyielding. So normally about this time is when I tend to go for supremacy if I haven't already taken it. Or obviously if we've not immediately been in wars. So let me just have a look. Ship build cost. This one, supremacy, is probably going to be actually better off later because it does give us bonuses to the ship. Reduction in ship build cost, and because we're being penalised for it as a Scholarium anyway, we might as well just deal with it. There we go, Alien Zoo is unlocked. And now what we want to do, planetary capital. Yep, we will grab that one. And oh my goodness, I cannot believe how much all of you are complaining. My goodness. Ouch. Well, speaking of complaining, this free elections convention has 0% approval with us because we are we don't have a nominally elected government. We do not have free movement. Well, we have not banned selective population controls, and letting any denizen of our empire live in a stratified economy will greatly displease the free election convention. Yeah, so not very
Situation log
not very happy
updated.
with me at all. Let me just say that. I'm not quite sure where some of these science ships are going, because they should not be able to actually go past my borders and colonize some of these areas, but I'm sure they're still going to try anyway. Okay, we need to build a few more mining stations, research stations, and just once again sweep up all of these.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
And I've probably just realised actually we want you to come down here, and then we want you to come through and build all of these mining stations here instead, because you are technically a little bit closer. Technically
System
speaking.
survey complete.
Oh, here we go. The population of Gilprim Prime has been discontent with our rule for some time. Now their defiance is becoming ever more brazen, and dissidents are openly calling for independence from the Gilprim Prime. A show of authority may be necessary if we are to keep control of the colony. So starts the situation, planetary revolt. Here we can see a nice little thing up here. Okay, so rebellious elements of the populace are seeking to overthrow our rule on Gilprim Prime. So an outcome will be reached in 19 months. So look at that. A new option. So we can distribute amenities. So plus 20, but it will give an upkeep of 20. Or, let me actually just go back to the situation log. Or we can institute a crackdown. So stability from soldier jobs plus 3, upkeep plus 30%. Let's distribute some amenities, and hopefully we can get things a little bit more stabilized. So we are now up to plus 15 amenities, but it is costing us 23 consumer goods a month. New research. We've got to go for the L gate, haven't we? Got to make sure that that is all good. Ain't nothing overly interesting there. So okay, that has helped out. So an outcome will be reached in 123 months. And then this has not actually done what I thought it was going to do. So we do need another building. So we did say, so asteroid impact, so this is just going to be a general one rather than anything too specific. I think we may go for a gene clinic. Yes, I think we will go for a gene clinic here. There we go. Plus 0.2. Or rather, minus 0.2. So an outcome will be reached in 25 months. Hopefully a positive one from all of that. And then we've also got 2 unemployed specialists here. So this one we want an admin office. Turn consumer goods into Unity. And we will also get plus 40%. And plus 60%. So even though that is going to be taking up more consumer goods, because this is going to have a 60% bonus to it, this is just going to basically be our admin and science planet. I'm sure I've said that before, but it bears repeating. This is going to be our science and admin planet. So hopefully by the fact that that is reducing by admittedly just 0.2%, or 0.2 a month, I presume. So this stage is active from 0 to 25, gives minus 10 stability to Gilprim Prime, minus 15, minus 20, minus 25, and then right at the top we'll declare independence.
Situation log updated.
And we have yet another Scholarium sensor thing. So let's go and once again research the projects in the system. Okay, so you are scheduled to go over all there. You have finished researching that one. I really do not want to push down here because I do not like having two sections. I do not like having two entryways into a system. So, although the Merchant Guild... So, strategic resources, what do you sell? Rare crystals. Okay, no, not overly worthwhile for me. And how much influence do we have? 209. So I'm just trying to see which one. We honestly probably do want to just start locking down this. We'll do one there and we'll do one over here when this one is built. So that will just be another 101 influence. As for you, I think we will take you back over to here and assist research. And I do love how you can actually see some of the details here. I just love how close into the planet, to the spacecraft you can actually get. So fascinating. So we obviously do have a few systems over here that have some good resources on them, but for now, I think we'll just focus on getting these ones over here.
Construction
I'm going to actually move across to Ascension's End and lock that down, just in case. Just in case something bad happens. You never know. You never know what anyone's going to do. That's an L gate, that was a gateway, and that was a wormhole, right? So we've got all three either in or close by the archaeological site. So this is, oh yes, the Deja Vu dig. I remember this one where it pretty much is your scientists are digging down and researching, but what they're finding is basically what's already been happening. So barrier point defense, improved reactor booster. We're doing okay for energy. So let's go for improved deflectors. And honestly, thinking about it, we probably need to actually upgrade our fleet. So if we do... Or does that... I was going to say that must count the naval capacity. I'll just do it like that instead. So we'll just reinforce that all. And then the current ones that we have will be upgraded. So we just have a decent main one. There we go. The rebellion on Gilprim Prime has been quashed. Calm is restored as distance gradually return to the fold and our local authorities reassert their control. Nice work. There we go. So hopefully this means that we will actually have our options. So we want down here, we probably want to build another city district. We can get that section open. And yeah, another city district when we have the minerals we need in a couple of months.
Special project complete.
Another engineering cache, 3,000 engineering points. Is fine. Yeah, so that's probably going to take a while, and this person's probably going to move off somewhere. Probably going to move off over to Wenkwart when we actually upgrade this one. That's probably going to be the best option, to be honest. And there we go. So our consumer goods is now at a more reasonable loss, but still, let's go and buy some
Construction
just to make sure we are still in the positive. That we do not have anywhere near enough influence, so let's actually spend our minerals building up some mining and research stations. And another Scalarian one. Yeah, this feels a little bit overpowered at times. So what do we want? What do we... I think, yeah, building slots and colony development speed, even though we've already got pretty much the entire colonies that we would necessarily want at this time. Let me just move that across. There we go. More engineering. And I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we had another one pop up. Yep, there we go, right where the other one was. Let's just do that. And obviously just checking on where our other science ships are. So that one is there. And then this one is making its way back to Wenkwart to assist in some research, which will give us yet another bonus to things. Okay, Suramo Prime. Okay, you've still got 2 specialist jobs. And yeah, we'll definitely increase this, because this will go from 2 generic colonist jobs. And we'll add 1 enforcer job. And 2 building slots. That will help us out a little bit when we manage to get to that section. And obviously we're going to need some more amenities here, so... probably the next one we want to build is going to be some hollow theatres, or if we manage to get the research to upgrade it. A society cache. Anything else we need to research here? You know what, let's take on these high level anomalies and just see what happens. And then we can send you back to actually assisting research on our main planet. You are indeed making those mining stations.
Scientific
you are heading over back to Wenkwart. We live in society. Yes, indeed we do. Okay, yep, there we go. We have another building slot available. So research labs is going to... okay, 433 versus 600. We don't actually have enough population to upgrade that. Well, research lab it is then. And then we will resettle from Suamo to Wenkwart. There we go. You're unemployed, but you will not be unemployed for too much longer. Believe me. How did I get a Gaia world? I got lucky. I got very, very lucky. So Suamo is where we started. So we basically just had this system when we loaded up the game. So I went around researching, or not researching, surveying the systems. So then we found a level 11 arid world here. So we started off as an arid world preference, and then Wenkwart over here, just it was just within reach. I'm sorry. We just got really lucky. Okay, I wonder what happened there. Or was that because it had already been completed, or... I have no idea, actually. Okay, just have a look down. Anything interesting? We'll do the energy credits. You're lucky when you're not starting with a fallen xenophobe with your only way of expansion. Oof. Yeah, I've tried being xenophobic expansionist, and it's never worked out well for me, so I can empathize with you there. Believe me, I can empathize with you there. Okay, we need 178. It's fun. Is that genuine fun? Or like Dwarf Fortress losing is fun? There we go. Okay, yep. Indeed. The archaeological dig stopped as it encountered the remains of some long-dead diggers. It was them. The ancient remains of the previous diggers were that of the current excavation crew. The excavation team was crushed beneath the rubble once more. You just go through the galaxy like a skating rink. Yeah, unfortunately I never get that far because I always get crushed by all of the neighbours. They never let me rampage through the galaxy in peace. Would you believe it? Never let me rampage through the galaxy in peace. Okay, so the capital can be upgraded. That should be good. That should give us some extra amenities. Yep, from 5 to 8. And then similarly here. That will also help out with our amenities.
Construction complete.
More the kind of skating rink where only you skate and everyone else has broken knees. Love that. Love that analogy. Okay, so we can't actually build the mining stations over here yet because we do not have enough money.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, Elgate Insight. And then we have exotic gas refineries. Okay, so that is turning the minerals into exotic gases. Might as well get the destroyer build cost and build speed through. Are you still... Oh, there we go. Build queue. Yep. Okay. Still taking an absolute age to build those. Probably because you're the only one that actually has a space or a shipyard. So, ooh, our Empress has gained the fertility preacher role. Plus 10% food from jobs and plus 5% pop growth speed. That sounds very, very useful. With the new system of vassals, there will be more interesting ways to play as an evil overlord. Yes. Yes, there will be. I'm planning, once I get a bit more used to it, seeing if I can go in and actually create a... Oh, there we go. Space-time theory. That was what I was wanting. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able, once I get a bit more in-depth, is that I've tried twice to become the Crisis using the Nemesis DLC, and both times it's crashed and burned. So I'm hoping when I saw like the new Overlord options for vassals, I kind of went like, okay, yes, that's gonna work for me, because I can start off maybe not necessarily xenophobic, but obviously I can wait for the factions to start up, get a bit of territory, get a few vassals, and then go through and actually get a few vassals going through. All your walkthroughs always come to the conclusion that you either destroy the galaxy or make everyone your vassals. Even when you play as merchants, sooner or later you make everyone your affiliates. Well, if everyone's working for you, then there's no competition. If everyone works for you, there's no competition. Okay, so TACVAN 1. Let me just see.
Situation
Can
log
I
updated.
actually figure out where that is by myself? No, I cannot. So, situation log. Where are you? Oh, you're right there, jeez. Oh, research projects. And research anomalies. Okay, 100 influence. When Iron Space meet, only Warhammer can be born. Definitely sounds like it's fun. Definitely sounds like it's fun. I try to be...
Achieved.
Oh. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily say I try to be diplomatic, but I do make species with a roleplay idea in mind. So... let's go for the fortress. So with this species, if we kind of ignore these start being an Imperial fiefdom, so they're reptilian, so I kind of thought, okay, we'll start on an arid world, as like we'll go authoritarian and fanatic militarist, just to see how those two will interact. Nationalistic zeal, because obviously going in with fanatical militarist. And then, admittedly, because of the Imperial fiefdom, I decided that we would also be a feudal society. Just because it kind of feels like we may have been kind of feudal-esque when we were brought to the galactic stage, so we haven't quite got rid of that yet. Just in my kind of roleplay mindset. Being friendly is an even easier way to become a galactic emperor. Yeah, but it's kind of like, would you rather be loved or feared? Because one of those is going to deter people from rebelling from you too much. The other one, not so much. Okay, so this one is quite an old excavation that we were doing. So this is a ship that was propelled through space using solar sails rather than propulsion tech. So the bridge resembles the deck of an old planet-bound sailing ship designed to sail on watery seas. They found a data file with an old-fashioned seafarer's song. This melody was once known as a sea shanty or space shanty. We are attempting to transcribe the lyrics. That is fun. And yeah, obviously this scientist is a little bit traumatized because of the deja vu dig site event. Okay, so we should have enough influence. Yes, we do. When you have a star exploding, it doesn't even matter. Yes, but I can't get that far before the galactic community decides I'm a threat and puts me down. I need more practice.
Special project complete.
I need more practice. Okay, so we got another Cyberx artifact. And you were going... Okay, yep, I did set you over to there. Well, I'm not a bot. Timoshka is someone who popped in a little bit earlier and just started chatting away. So, just someone who's a fellow Stellaris player who tends to go the route of galactic domination. Okay. Sorry, give me a second. I was not expecting an Iron Man quote. Okay, anyway, unyielding. So we'll do that one. Resistance is frugal, because we did also pick up one of the research options for Defense Army Health, so that will help us build that up as well. Especially seeing as apparently we've been neglecting things a teeny tiny bit. So we'll upgrade our capital and this one here. So we have one unemployed specialist, housing and amenities. So unfortunately, do luxury residences come with a job? They do not. So clerks produce trade value and amenities. Or consumer goods into amenities. Little bit tricky. Okay, we won't be able to upgrade the planetary capital until the population gets to greater than or equal to 25. Little bit iffy. Okay, I'll do hollow theatres and a city district when we get enough minerals, and then this. Yep, so we'll be able to upgrade that as well. Oh, you finally took that section. I presume there was some kind of enemy alien fleet was preventing you from actually going in there to grab it. Now, mark it. This is probably why we are losing a little bit of money. That is probably why we are losing a little bit of money. I would change our economy over to a civilian one, but I'm not 100% sure that'll actually work in my favour, because it seems to just majorly tank whichever one I don't prioritise. Definitely seems to tank whichever one I just don't prioritise. You're excavating that one, and we'll excavate that one as well afterwards. Oh, that construction ship. And probably we'll just move you over there and then just keep you there. Once you've built up a
scientific breakthrough
star
achieved.
base there, we'll just basically get you to obviously build up the mining station for the energy credits and then just deconstruct you. And that will be it for them. And I think, actually, speaking of that, we probably want to move you over there. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was a lot of things. Aha. I was wondering. So, when the Aquatics DLC released for Stellaris, they put it up with a sea shanty song that was like one of the old space or Earth ones, and changed a few words. And I was wondering if this was a reference to it. So, message in a bottle. Immediately after we completed the restoration and reactivation of the data files, thrumming musical cadence surged through the ship, accompanied by the auto-tuned voices of ancient mariners. Transcript follows. So I'm not going to sing this because I am a terrible singer, but oh my goodness, let me just that was the wrong browser. Stellaris Sea Shanty. So hopefully this should play through, but this is the song that they are referencing.
Come on, you young spacefarers, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of our fish from the sea. And it's windy weather, boy, stormy weather. When the wind blows, then we're all together. Boys, blow ye winds, French word, blow ye winds, blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. The great dragon in search of our home, through space to a place that's beneath waves and foam. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather. When the wind blows, then we're all together. Boys, blow ye winds, French word, blow ye winds, slow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. The solar wind's taking us far, all through the space lanes and out to the star. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather. When the wind blows, then we're all together. Boys, blow ye winds, French word, blow ye winds, blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes.
I just love that so much. I just love that so much. So anyway, we could say translate more lyrics. So I wonder, oh my goodness, yes. We actually get potentially more. Oh, and yes, the research as well. So we can unlock terraforming gases, Fleet Academy. Yes, so we'll go for Fleet Academy with that one. Mouse, behave. This is a new mouse, I swear. There we go. Unlock ship type cruiser. So it does mean that we are going to have to remove some of these ships that we already have, unfortunately. Okay, so what is taking up thing that we can actually get rid of? Buildings, districts, monthly trade. Well, hopefully when this one comes through and finishes, we should be able to get a few bits done. Can't remove any of those blockers. Illicit matter. Dark matter deposit found. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. 2 dark matter, and that is in our system. That is in our system. Okay, so 600 minerals. Yes, I think we will indeed upgrade that. If nothing else, we may have a few people move. Maybe. And then this one requires, it was 500. Okay, so we'll be able to get that one in a short amount of time. Let me just have a look at the time. Okay, almost coming up to 9 o'clock where I am. So we should be still fine for time. I'm just going to need to take a moment and actually make sure my cat gets his dinner, otherwise he will riot. Another Stellarium one. Where is this one? That is not a science ship. That is not a science ship. Where are my science ships? There it is. And we can research the project in that one. Yeah, I definitely think so. 1, 2. Yeah, okay, so 3 star bases. We will be able to get all of the major items there. Archaeological site pending. Okay. So there we go. So this is basically the second half of the song. That's the second half of the song that we got. It would be really funny if that actually had like a different song on it, and we find out that the Stellaris team has actually been working on things like that. That would be amusing, at least to me anyway. Okay, so we are still losing a few consumer goods, and obviously we are losing some energy credits a month. Thankfully, we've got so many energy credits stored away that that will be fine for us. And probably actually thinking about it. So let me just see. So ships 48.03. So if I tell you to disband, so 4803, and probably wait for the next month. Okay, so that's got us 1 energy credit back. Probably not that worthwhile, but still. Running a song through sound filters is not so scary. It depends on the song. I would feel it depends on the song. Because if you take something nice and cheery and run it through and make it sound all creepy, then yeah, it will be scary. Conversely, take a scary song and run it through a filter to make it all nice and appealing. Still scary. Still scary because you've made a lyrical dissonance.
Complete.
Obviously a song where the tone and the music doesn't actually fit the lyrics, but still. Okay, so obviously yeah, construction is complete and ascension perk, I'm aware of that. Okay, yep, we'll build ourselves a city district here, so that will alleviate the housing. And speaking of that, there is 1 specialist unemployed here. Thankfully, we've gotten a fair few spaces available, and I think here, honestly, we'll actually do some civilian industries just to get that back up. Fleet Academy. Okay. Hydroponics, tile blockers, naval capacity. I think we will double down on that one. 33 months for that. We are not doing too badly. So let's actually see. Oh, Mandasua Collective. So this is one of my previously created species empires. So let's have a look where they are. So I know exactly what their icon looks like, because obviously when I create a species, I do tend to try and look for a relevant emblem. So in my mind, it's like they're a plantoid hive mind. So this is kind of like the mother tree, and then the other ones around it, and obviously green and brown to represent the plantoid essences of them. So yeah, that's one of my custom races that I made. That's nice to see them. Admittedly, I did specifically force them to generate. So them being here is not really much of a surprise. It's just more the fact that we've found them. Okay, so this is... Oh, here we go. So this is a new one. Our archaeologists have unearthed a stash of potent potables. Were the sailors consuming these foul fluids? We will not ingest these strange liquids. Our exploration of the ship is already sufficiently intoxicating. Okay, so up come the lithoids, all hewn from their stone. These boulders are bolder when they're not alone. Up come the necroids, all fearsome and great. You can't kill them, mateys, they'll reanimate. Up come swarms of robots, get ready to run. Fight 1, 10, a dozen. 1, 1, 0, 1. I love that. So obviously we had aquatics, lithoids, necroids. So I wonder... I don't think we've actually had an update to the robotic races, have we? So I wonder if that is telling, and we've still got more to go. So if you read the list of my custom empires, you can feel a wide range of emotions. Yeah, like I keep saying, I tend to roleplay the various species that I try and create. I try and kind of theme them around. Oh, what's this? Tier 3 of the Scalarium. Okay, so we now have plus 40% to our scientific research. Unfortunately, we now have minus 50% to our naval capacity, which means we are over our naval capacity now. Plus 50% to build cost and plus 50% to upkeep. So rare cash, we may get a random technology. And then our ship design, we get a Scalarium Arctrellis. Any ship in the system piloted by an AI gets minus 25%. Accuracy, ship fire rate, and base ship speed. The names are far from roleplay. Yeah, same here, honestly. Same here. So, I am rubbish at thinking up good names. So I tend to choose whatever seems thematic, or I just randomize it. And there we go, we actually get a rare cache there, so we get subspace sensors. Okay, I'm not going to read that out. I'm not going to read that out. Okay, I at least try to, okay, I admit I do just press the randomize button for my ones. Okay, so that actually gets us plus 18% research on that one. So let me actually just do 25%, 35, 55, 65, 73% physics research. 73%. That is... I cannot believe we got this planet. I honestly, genuinely cannot believe we got this planet. So we need a couple of hollow theatres. And then over here we need housing, which we are getting from the city district. And then you are building up a civilian industry, so hopefully we can start actually gaining some consumer goods without needing to buy everything. So our exploration has revealed a glance of ancient history, displaying the zeal and courage of ancient explorers. Clearly the captain used this space shanty to motivate and coordinate the crew. Perhaps they even sang along. As for the ancient melody, we've transcribed all the lyrics we could find and added them to our databanks. Our own sailors now have a habit of singing versions of their own space shanties, which should improve their morale and efficiency. Hey, we rose from the ocean and reached for the sky. We're building an empire that will never die. It's time to untether from this ancient vessel, casting off the hawser as we set sail on solar winds, steady as she goes. So again, one minor artifact found, and we get Harmonious Crew modifier, giving plus 10% sublight speed. Wow, okay, I have to have a look. Is that... Oh my goodness, yes. That is applied to everything for all of time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I love the fact that that is essentially their own Easter egg. They are referencing their own Easter egg there. And then the fact that it actually gives you an empire bonus. I love that. I love that. Wow. I love that. Wow, okay. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, so that has been fully excavated now. Wow. I wonder, honestly, I wonder if that has only actually just been added into the game. That could have actually only just been added into the game, because this is the first like major update since Aquatics. I love them for that. Okay, so we've got this science ship here, which let's send you back to our home planet.
Scientific
Research there. And
breakthrough
how actually is the galaxy looking? Pretty empty, if I'm being honest. We are equivalent to them, but obviously we do have a bit of a penalty to our naval capacity, so we might want to think about, you know, reducing it. There we go, so that's 6 ships. Disband. And just make sure we reassign you. Just say give it a moment to tick, and there we go. You hope in the next update they'll make espionage less useless. Yeah, I definitely can understand that, because I mean the way they implemented it at first seemed really, really good, but then it just kind of seemed to dwindle away. Okay, I cannot remember which one of these are actually good or not. I cannot remember which ones of these are good or not, so if you give me a moment. I did make a snip of someone's weapon tier chart, so I will just momentarily have a look. Okay, so strikecraft are in the B tier for this person, as are autocannons. Flat cannons are tier F, and railguns are tier C. I think let's actually unlock the autocannons first, because that will give us a different weapon option. That's the word. We'll give them a different weapon option.
Construction complete.
Okay, you've already done all of that, so we'll move you over to here. And yeah, once again, I'm going to compare to Galactic Civilizations 2, because that is one that I had. Oh, hang on, sorry. It is past 9 o'clock, so if you just give me a moment, let me just get this up. So if you just give me a moment, I will, as this says, be right back. I'm just going to get my cat his dinner. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he gets very, 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 very complainy if he thinks we've forgotten about him. He gets very, very complainy. So I am going to have to wrap this up soon because I am actually starting to get a little bit tired and I need to be making sure I actually get to bed at an appropriate time. So which of these do I want first? Okay, yeah, I think we will go down this path because getting the defensive war options will definitely be better, seeing as we have... You are... Yes, the right one? Are you... No, we've got spy network. That is all good, so we know you are inferior. Remnants. Oh, okay. Right, I get that now. Okay, I get that. So you were a huge galaxy-spanning empire, but you've lost most of it. So, as long as we actually stay ahead of you, you've got 2 planets, and you are Arctic preference, though you are very strong. So it would be tempting to actually take a planet or 2 of yours, your Arctic preference, because I think we had... Yeah, we've got an Alpine world there, though it's only size 8. Being very strong could also be very, very good for an offensive army for us. Be very, very good for an offensive army. Okay, just obviously keeping an eye out about what everything happening. Apparently you are still complaining. There is no jobs available. Well, you know what? If you're going to complain about no jobs, you can be a farmer. If you're complaining about no jobs, you can be a farmer. And of course, speaking of that, let's have a look. So we want probably to avoid too many scientists just because our alloy foundries are doing absolutely fine. We've got no bonuses or negatives on this planet. Alloy theatres. Honestly, I don't know what kind of job to really go for. Yeah, let's throw down a gene clinic. Let's just do that. Actually, no, because we're going to need amenities, aren't we? We'll do hollow theatres then. You get a hollow theatre. So agricultural district. So once this pops up, we should get... This one should go away because they will have a proper job. Just wait for that. There we go. And that should also bump up our food. There we go. We're now in the positives for food. So go back to the market. Reduce that by 3. Just to see if we can. Yep, we can. Still just in the positives for all of that. And apparently you stopped complaining that there's no job available. Probably because you've gone off somewhere else. Jeez. Hey. Gotta love it when they just do that. But anyway, Ascension's End. Build Starbase. And... honestly, I think... Where is this construction ship? Okay, that's waiting in the right place. Or waiting where it should be. You are indeed assisting research. Or assisting research. Excavating archaeological sites. Okay, so pretty much one there and one there, and then you'll be done.
Complete.
And we can take you back to the whichever planet does not have someone assisting research on it. I think it...
achieved.
Yeah, Gilpin Prime, though don't have any research stations, so... Okay, who just died? Oh, our Empress. Okay, so we've got a new ruler. Potentially. Looks exactly the same to me. I can't quite tell. I can't remember what traits the old ruler had. Okay, so we can go for a star hold, army damage, afterburners, plus steel armor. I think we'll go for anti-gravity engineering. And of course, speaking of that, the corvettes. Let me just have a look. So autocannon, yep. Got regenerative hull tissue by default. Everything else is obviously auto upgrading. But I don't think I need to change anything on that one. I will want to change something around here though. Oh, we've got okay. Right, so the autocannons are only small. Only available on small. Right, that's going to be slightly aggravating. But once again here. That all looks fine, I guess. I will probably go through and have a look at these a bit better at another time. And a archaeological site. So target from orbit, an overgrown processional entrance. Oh, there we go. There we go. So our ruler did die, and we've made first contact with alpha enemies in the Titawan system. Or Titawin, rather. Okay, can we actually see in here? Yes, we can. But that looks like, I have no idea. I'm being honest, I have no idea. So can we assign an envoy? I mean, technically yes. Let's move you over, because you aren't really doing anything. And I mean, you're not threatening our liege or anything like that. So we'll just leave you there, and we'll probably just keep an eye on you. We'll keep one of the envoys here. So they are suspicious of us. So obviously they are kind of... I didn't notice that they'd actually sniped that section from us. That's annoying. That's going to be annoying. But okay, I think... Let me just upgrade all of these. And fleet manager. So 20. And then we need cruisers. Unfortunately, we can only have one of those. Well, we might as well add it in. First contact. So alpha aliens, unknown vessels. Seem to be part of some sort of expedition. Okay, so this might be the... not the Caravaneers, but the ones that... The scrappers, salvagers. One of those. Anyway, this should be being upgraded. Or should be having that new ship added to it, so we'll get a bit more fleet power. There's seriously no way we're going to break through that, though. Okay, the Amber Puzzle Block. Not sure if I remember this one or not. Let's just keep going for a short while. And then we will see. Let's see. So I think we'll come back and get you to build the mining stations there. Anything else? There's one there, I suppose. We might as well do. So we are at 200 plus 289 research points, and bear in mind I've not been min-maxing or anything like that. I've just basically been kind of
Scientific
moving
breakthrough
along, biding my
achieved.
time. Naval capacity plus 30, which actually gives us 15. Oh boy. So, what can we get here? Networked amenities. Pop growth speed. I think we will go for that one once again. Yeah, they are coming in on us, so it's a good thing we got Ascension's End then. There we go, Caravaneers. Okay, yep, next time maybe. There we go, first contact finished. So let me just go through and see. So this should be okay for generator districts, so we'll build 2 there and just make sure those should be all fine. Other than that, I think let's just wait for technology. Let's just make sure there's not going to be anything popping in. And there we go. 1st of January 2247. So we have another special project, Scalarium Sensor Abnormality.
Situation log updated.
Okay, I thought that had paused. So I think this is where I'm going to end it for today. Just have a look. We've been going for about 3.5 hours, which is about normal. So, yeah. So hopefully people have enjoyed the little pivot from Stardew Valley over to Stellaris and the new DLC. We are going to be continuing this, hopefully, until the release of Crusader Kings 3, Fate of Iberia. So let me just have a look and see, basically, is there anyone else playing Stellaris that we want to potentially go and say hello to? That's not a ridiculously busy person anyway. Okay, so I'm obviously going to let me just have a look. So I will put up the ending screen. So I do have my schedule up here, but also I do post to Twitter and Discord, my personal Discord, various go live notices. So Twitter is really the main place to go if you want up to date sections and such, because there are some times where I have to cancel a stream a few hours beforehand. So let me see. I want to obviously try someone who's got a similar viewership. And let's just see. Okay, so I'm going to go and check a couple of people, so I'll just mute the desktop audio just so you don't get loads of people chatting. So let me just go through and check on a couple of people and just see if I can find anyone who looks fun that we can go and say hello to in a raid. Okay, and let me just actually save and exit Stellaris. Or is my headset going to be a pain? I think my headset is going to be a pain. So, excuse me a moment, I'm going to have to switch them over. Okay, right, there we go. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a bot. I'm not 100% sure how to respond to it. So as long as you're going to be okay with me being a bit unsure, then I'll pop up a response and just try and clear things up a little bit. Okay, this person looks interesting. Yeah, they've only been up for about 16 minutes. So let me just copy their name and we can go and say hello to them. So that is our raid message. And this is the person that we are going to go and raid. And obviously, if you are not subscribed, you can just remove the Ollie High one. And gotta get in the last redeem, of course. Well, thank you very much for following. I hope that means you've enjoyed the stream. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to see you around in a future one. So let me just make sure we've got everything set up. And let's go and say hello.